Let's-a go.
Let's-a go. That's it. That's the start. Welcome to the Pro Crastinators podcast. We got me, Ben Saint. We got Give and Take back from wherever the fuck.
Yeah.
And we got our special guest, Oblivion Fall, who I'm sure most of you know. Yeah. Welcome to the show. OF.
Yeah.
OF?
Jeep.
How you done? How you living?
Half dead as usual. Working myself to the grave every day, except this weekend I finally took a break and played Minecraft, and that's good.
Would you like to introduce yourself to anyone who isn't familiar with your oeuvre?
Oh my god. I've been PCP adjacent for almost 7 years, I guess, and I don't even think anyone was aware until very recently. Oh geez, I saw it. I've been.
Wait,
oh man,
the PCP hasn't been around for 7 years, has it?
I know. This goes back to
maybe if you count pre-PCP.
This goes back to the pony days. I remember watching Tommy Oliver, Anthony C. Canterlot Wedding Review way back, and
sure,
there's been a whole bunch of characters who I have heard mentioned in your circle or even on the PCP. Every so often, it's like, oh hey, I live Compossible a lot, Lamau. Or, FNGR, Keyframe, Misanthropony, etc. And, I've been around those people.
These shadowy figures from the Misty Pat. Were you ever in the Rift Cafe?
No, luckily, I don't think I ever was. However, a lot of people...
You missed out on a real party.
I had a lot of friends in there, though, and a lot of them spoke to you guys. And I'm like, man, I'd like to talk to you guys. Why do all my friends talk to you, but I don't talk to you? And that's how it was for years.
It's impossible. I'm very hard to reach.
Yeah, either
emotionally.
There's two ways to get in contact with us. Either be a terrible My Little Pony reviewer circa 2014, or be an incredible god of other worldly ability, and then put references to our things in animations and videos you make.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Right. That's the only other way to do it.
That's the only other way, and I found it. I uncovered it myself.
You put you had you did a voicemail. What was the song about cum? What's the song about cum?
It was Your Cum Won't Last, the sequel to the Cum Zone, I think.
Yeah.
Oh no, there was another one.
There
was a third.
They were free. The Cum Zone is not even actually maybe it's the first one. No, I put PCP references in a couple of DAGames music videos. They're a channel with a million scuba divers who they got popular doing FNAF songs and Let's Plays and stuff. And they branched out to a whole bunch of other nerdcore stuff. And I was friends with that guy since he had 200 subscribers. And so when I was leaving the pony fandom, when that collapsed, and I gotta escape. In 2016, they hired me on to make some music videos, and I put PCP references in a few of those. And then I made the Cum Zone, which is all PCP stuff all the way through. You see the Brop, you see the fucking Clanad crab with testicles is in there, a whole bunch of things.
So many people have seen those two videos, probably more than have ever watched all of PCP videos combined.
Oh,
maybe.
Yeah. I think when it comes to video games videos, there's the Tattletale song, which there's a computery glitchy part, and there's a little I put a bunch of code on screen. I just googled some code and had it scroll past, and hidden in the code in the corner is a bunch of PCP references. That was one. Then I did the Brothers in Arms Cuphead animation, where I put an entire section dedicated to Gibbons. Hippo tries not to die from skeletons. I put that in there, and that's got 60 million views now. I didn't even realize.
Whoa, 60 million. Okay.
65 million.
I thought it was 5 or 6 million.
It's so cool, and I think you had how you animated the hippo.
Yeah.
On your channel.
Yeah, little time
I think
lapse.
that same channel. And because people saw the not that same channel, your own After Dark.
Yeah, my own channel. Yes, my main channel is lesser than my After Dark actually these days.
And people saw the DAGames thing. They saw you had animated in it. Somehow they found the hippo thing. Then they went from that to the video that you linked of me making my game, and then to the itch.io thing, and I think I may have got one whole sale from those
Oh my
60
God.
million people.
That's epic.
The system works.
It works.
the game wasn't free.
It was free, but you could pay for it if you wanted.
Nice.
Oh, okay.
I think I definitely got a few downloads. I don't think actually anyone paid for it. But exposure.
But that's okay.
Yeah.
That's okay. Yeah, it's about reaching people. At the end of the day,
Yeah.
it's about getting those eyeballs.
The only other big DAGames video was the Baldi's Basics song, which is very funny. It's a very silly song. I actually wrote the synth solo. I did some music for it. But
why have I been hearing about Baldi's Basics?
It's like
a bunch of times. It has just this past couple weeks. I've heard about it a bunch of times, and I never heard about it before.
Oh, it's weird. It lost relevancy a year ago. Maybe there's a DLC or something coming out. I haven't kept up with it. But in that video, there's a whole bunch of posters on the wall, and all of them are PCP references. Some of them really obscure, Mysterious Rhinoceros even makes an appearance on one of those. That secret channel.
God. Imagine that. Yeah. Wow. That's a deep cut.
Yeah.
Let's just fuck all this bullshit. Let's just talk about the pony days. Those were the good old days.
Oh
let's just
God.
reminisce about the good times.
Do you remember Ben being in the Rift Cafe Skype group, and then and fucking every few hours they'd have a call in which they play Cards Against Humanity, and that was it. That's all they did.
Yeah, I remember Cards Against Humanity. What a shitty game. For assholes. I don't know. Yikes. I might have played once, just as a meme.
I definitely played a couple times because it's I don't know how cool I am yet. I'm just some guy just all the rest of these people. I didn't realize that they were even worse than me.
I mean, you got to do something, right? Yeah, it's just funny. It's funny in hindsight. Card games. Very cool. For very cool people. The Rift Cafe was... I got in arguments there a lot. I had beef with a couple of people. Oh, I remember what I was gonna say. I had this idea. Did you see what Mage did?
She
recently?
made a VTuber avatar?
Yeah,
she made a VTuber puppet and rigged it up and did a stream with it, and it was it was a little glitchy, but it mostly worked as intended. And I gotta say, I asked her about it. I asked her how she did it, what program she used. She told me. I am very tempted to try it. I'm very tempted to make a phantom horn.
Oh my God.
And continue T-Bat plays or something.
I don't know. I don't know what I would do with it. It just seems fun. It seems like a fun thing to make.
It does. It's just sort of there's multiple ways to do it. I know the way you're supposed to do it. There's the program. I think I downloaded it. I just never got around to looking at the tutorials of how. I'm whatever. I guess I can figure that out eventually, and I never will.
I'm in the same place with Live 2D. I assume that's the program you had.
Yeah.
Yeah, Face Rig and Live 2D.
Yeah,
right?
Face Rig. That's the other one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm too lazy. I don't like tutorials. They suck.
I have too much other shit I should be doing to even think about doing it right now. If I had nothing on my plate, I might start fucking around in it and see what I could cook up.
Yeah. There's always something on your plate. It doesn't matter how non-busy you try to be. There's always going to be something more important than making a puppet for live streams. Because it's unless that's your career goal, it's just a bit of fun. It's always going to be less important than something.
My career goals are whatever I fucking want them to be. So if I want that to be what I'm doing, it will.
You should. All right, this doesn't make any sense now that I'm thinking about it, but you should do gummy worm live streams, creating gummy worms live, and have Phantom Horn matched to your movements somehow. It doesn't make any sense because you'd need two cameras. Fuck? I don't know. I just thought two things Ben Saint does, and put Phantom Horn there.
it would be like it would be like footage of me cooking in the kitchen with like a little like phantom horn in the corner, like commentating on it or something.
yeah. You
could have a little back and
pre-record. You
forth.
pre-record you making gummy worms, and then you like webcam yourself as Phantom Horn, stream the video and commentate on it and say, "What an idiot! What a stupid piece of shit!"
What a piece of shit, garbage. I am gonna make a worm cooking video soon. I think I complained last episode that it's actually. I thought I was gonna get great deals from China on isomaltooligosaccharides, but it's turned out to be a nightmare and much more difficult than I thought.
Darn.
And not even cheaper. Actually, more expensive than just buying them domestically. I'm so mad. I'm so mad that they don't just sell them through Fiber Yum like they used to. What a fucking joke.
Oh, wait. Phantom Horn Reacts. You could just do Phantom Horn Reacts videos.
Yeah.
I gotta pivot. We gotta pivot back to the pony days. Just go back to being a full-time pony tuber, but this time with a V-tuber, a P-tuber, if you will.
Yeah.
Yeah, like live reacting to a My Little Pony
the world's
episode.
First P-tuber.
No, dude, you have to like react to your own T-BAP episodes.
Yeah. Oh, me and Tom keep saying that we're gonna do like bonus episodes that are like us reacting to old PCP episodes, like doing commentary tracks over them.
Oh my god.
We haven't done it yet. Yeah.
Sounds like a clusterfuck, but I want it.
Yeah. And like it would be so hard to determine like whether the person talking, like to differentiate between like present us talking about it and past us talking. It would be these two identical sets of voices, like randomly cutting in and out and interrupting one another and commenting on what each other is saying.
I think we should do one of those.
We should definitely try
I
it.
definitely think it, like, our voices will have changed a bit. I know mine, I feel like, would have been a lot, like, meeker, at least. And I'd be like, oh god, did I sound like that? And you'd be like, yes.
Maybe. Yeah. Well, that would be just the kind of thing I would want to hear, you know, us like notice about like an old episode. Like, did I really used to say that? Like, did I really sound like that? Whatever. Funny. I like it. We'll do it. We'll make it happen. You guys want to talk about current events?
Yeah.
Minecraft, I guess. That's the current event that I'm interested in. Minecraft has been... Minecraft Steve is announced for Smash, first of all, which was epic. And I really like the game explanation Sakurai did.
I didn't watch the full thing. I watched some of it. I think that it looks... I didn't care at first, but then I saw how he plays, and I thought, oh wow, that's really neat. That's funny.
The idea of like randomly, like at any moment, placing blocks that you have in your inventory into the stage to like block people's attacks and then jumping away. Yeah. It looks so cool if you could get really good at Steve. Like that would make great footage.
And like mining for materials and like what materials you dig up determine like the quality of the weapons you make. Like that's so good.
Yeah.
That's super good.
Such a gimmicky
you gotta
character.
mine for diamonds. Yeah.
But yeah, it's like the first time
I don't even play Smash, and I'm kind of excited about it.
Yeah, the first time I had even considered like, maybe I should get in on this like Nintendo Switch thing I've been hearing about. You know, it's a little new. I still haven't bought one.
You weren't tempted by Animal Crossing?
I don't care about Animal Crossing. I've never played one. They seem fun and nice and wholesome, but it's like
see
I don't...
like everybody Animal Crossing posting on all across the internet and be like, shit, this is a cultural event that I don't miss
all right. Here's my gamer thought. I hate cultural events and I hate games that are like destined to become irrelevant at some point. Any multiplayer game that has like seasons, like season 1 of like Fortnite, I hate feeling like the idea of like, if I don't get in now, I'll have missed out on all of the cool cosmetic stuff you can only get in season 1 and then season 2 and season 3, and it's like I hate that. I hate it so much. It pisses me off to see that even. So I avoid anything that is like designed to be like to catch you in like perpetually playing the game, not because it's good, but because you're scared of missing out on all the shit.
Yeah. I had played an Animal Crossing before, so I did not anticipate the degree to which New Horizons would be like that thing you just described. It was like, I have fallen off it, partly because it's like I'm not interested in playing it forever, you know, and I'm not interested in keeping up with the, you know, the new like holiday expansion packs.
Yeah, it's all
and so forth.
I mean, I get that it's smart business because it works and people are constantly manipulated easily by it all the time. It's just I grew up on games where you play them and then you go back to them if you feel like it, not because you feel compelled to be part of the event.
Yeah.
It's like it's kind of why I like stopped playing Pokemon Go because I missed.
I was just gonna say
the
same thing. I was just gonna say the same thing. Yeah, like once like they keep releasing new updates for it. I've missed the last few, and I'm like, at first I was like, yeah, I want to get lots of Pokemon and make them really powerful and be like a fucking Pokemon master. But then like the fact it's like World of Warcraft, like the fact that new updates keep coming out, they keep rendering the old stuff obsolete. You know, the CP cap keeps rising.
Yeah.
It's like, the grind will never end.
God, that's why World of Warcraft Classic is so fucking good, because it's all gonna stay exactly the same. That's the whole point. You can just play it, and you can see all of the stuff that used to be there that they destroyed horribly.
Look how big the shoulder pads are. Oh my god. That's what I think of Warcraft.
World of Warcraft shoulder pads used to look like they've always been chunky and big, but newer designs are like spikier and smaller details that you can't really see from a distance. The early like classic ones were like really big, chunky, like, you know, chocolate bar shoulder pads. You just you want to bite into them. You want to have a little Lego figurine of your Warcraft character. Now it's like, I don't know, stupid and sucks.
It's old good, new bad. That's
yes.
that's
I've
what it's
already
always
had
been.
this rant before on the PCP, so I don't need to say it again.
That's why I gotta go back to the pony days and become a P-tuber again. I gotta
VTuber.
if only I'd had face rig back in 20 whatever when TBAP was happening. Things would have been different, I tell you.
Oh, that's gonna
Yeah,
put me out of business though with my commission model that I do for these pony YouTubers, pony in the corner people.
Oh, right. Do you still do those?
I do.
Do people still want those?
Yeah. Every so often I get a
How?
message from people being like, "Hey, can you make vectors of my OC?" And I'm like, "Sure, give me $1 million," and they do, and it's cool.
Ponies specifically, or just like anything?
It's all ponies. Okay, so oh my god, this goes back a little bit, but I guess it's tangentially related. So people obviously want their character to look show style because oh my god, it looks official.
How embarrassing would it be if your pony OC was like off model or stylized?
Yeah. Imagine
in any
having
way.
a unique art style. Cringe. But yeah. So this goes back to I think 2013. There were leaks. A bunch of animation files got leaked from DHX, and
I remember this.
it turned out I actually had the leaks before they were public because I was working on a project with a guy who I won't name for the sake of his, I don't know, I don't want him to get in trouble. He works at like Warner Brothers. He's a big boy there now, apparently. But
let's just call him Pro Jared.
Yeah,
for the
Pro
sake of
Jared.
anonymity.
So Jared approached me in early 2013 to work on a project for free. Oh my god, epic! And he gave me some
for exposure.
Yeah, exactly.
No,
he gave me some
terrible.
files, and he's like, "Don't show these to anyone." And I'm like, "Oh, I assume these belong to your old animator." Then the leaks happened, and it turned out they were official rigs from fucking DHX, and I'm like, "Oh fuck." But from there, like I studied them and I created my own rigs in their likeness. I basically just traced over every single piece one by one and like made it my own. So technically not stealing. And
you just trace them exactly.
Yeah,
pixel perfect.
yeah, and people got mad at me for like, how dare you do that? That's the same as using them. Use our rigs where we traced it instead. And I'm like,
I mean,
they did the same thing.
I mean, I agree with them, but for the opposite reason. Like, why I do agree. Like, why do that? Like, what's the point? Like, if you're just going to copy them exactly, what's the point of not just using them?
I changed up the design slightly and made improvements to it. But from there, I had this animation rig, and I'm like, hey, I could just pose this character a bunch of times in Flash and render an image sequence. Why don't I do that for people who make like analysis videos? And I did it for a friend who, for free, to just start off with. And then a bunch of their friends were like, oh, do mine next. And I'm like, okay. And then I did it for free the first few times. And then I thought, wait, what if people pay money for work? What's that? So I'm like, sure, I'll make you like 100 images for $1 each. But all I really have to do is just make the image once, and it automatically completes the rest. And so I have done over 40,000 vectors in the last few years, and it's going up because every character, it's now 150 per character.
Do you have like an algorithm where it's like you make the rig and then like you run it through an algorithm that creates like vectors in different expressions or whatever?
Well, what it is I have the rig. All of the poses are keyframes in my animation software. I do it in Flash, right? So they're all just keyframes. With symbols, and if you change like what is inside a symbol, it updates on every frame. So I have like a temporary hair, like for the tail, temporary hair on the head. I have a temporary cutie mark, a bunch of temporary stuff, and then there is an algorithm that automatically recolors everything in the file, so that's easy for recoloring. And then I just vector like the tail, the hair, the cutie mark, whatever. And once I've done that, I can just go through all the frames and like make small adjustments. Like if the hair is really big, it might like clip into like the neck or something at a certain point. So I'll have to find all the frames where it clips into the neck and like move it slightly or like erase part of it. Like I do have to do a bit of manual work, but most of it's pretty automated. And yeah, using the power of capitalism, I lure people into buying the bigger packs because it's slightly cheaper than getting the smaller packs, like per image.
You ask them if they want to supersize.
Yeah, they want to supersize it. You get 150 images for only $20 extra, and they're like, yes.
What? $20? Oh my god!
God, the value.
Yeah, and I can get like, like there was one day where I did 6 in a day, so like that was like 1,000 images in one day that I did. That was my record. But most characters these days, because I stupidly put more care and attention into it, it can take me a couple days to do one now. But if it's a really simple design, I can knock out in like 2 or 3 hours, and that's like $120. Not bad.
Wait, all right. Has your username stayed the same the whole time? Were you always Oblivion 4?
I was. Oh my god! I used to be Pivot Master CF. Way back. I did pivot animations forever ago, and I just there's a guy, I don't know, that's another tangent, I gotta stop myself. Guy made stick figures on crack. His name was Pivot Master DX. I just put my initials there because I'm dumb, and I was like 12. Yeah, I had Oblivion Fall as my name since 2009. There was an animation on darkdemon.org called Oblivion.fail, because it like back then, if you didn't finish an animation, you called it a fail. Oh, look, here's an animation fail or something. I don't know. And I'm like, Oblivion Fall? That looks cool. And I saved it. And I'm like, that would be a cool username. 2 weeks later, my YouTube account gets hacked and deleted. And I'm like, oh, I guess I'll make that name. And only later did I realize it was fail the whole time. So, I'm an idiot. That's the takeaway.
That's a real fail.
That's my tragic backstory.
Yeah, I asked because I was wondering whether you the whole time were the Vector Brony, but no. I think that's someone else.
I have his business card. I have a physical business card that he gave me though in 2014.
I did not use a rig. I hand drew them. I drew some pony. Have I ever mentioned this? That I drew some pony, like pony in the corner poses for a brony YouTuber just for free, just because I liked him.
Oh, I think I remember that. Who was it?
His name was like I remember his pony was dark blue. He had like long black hair and like a goatee. His name was Tom Oliver.
Oh,
no, but his cutie mark was the phi symbol, like the Greek letter. And his name was like the Philosophy Brony or like the Gnostic Brony or something like that.
Yeah, I remember it. That guy.
I think is that the guy who like
his face, his pony.
He
face.
had a video that said that Twilight Sparkle. He made like a philosophical argument that Twilight Sparkle died and was replaced by the Alicorn version. That it is like philosophically impossible for it to be the same entity. What we have is not Twilight Sparkle, but a new entity that has replaced the old one.
I think I've seen this guy's videos. I saw like one where he was like comparing like the characters to like, you know, real philosophers in history and like going off on all this lofty shit. And I'm like, I can't follow any of this. It's retarded.
Has he got a deep British voice, English voice?
I think so.
I don't know.
Maybe. Damn it. I don't even remember like any of his other videos. He wasn't that big. I just you know, This was early in the Brony analysis thing.
I
so.
think I saw him though, because he had like only a few hundred subscribers when I saw it. It sounds familiar though. It sounds very familiar.
I just liked his video, and I had no creative outlet at the time. TBAP didn't exist yet, so I was like, this guy is using like the crappy like show vectors. It looks like ass. I am going
the pony creator, the pony creator vectors.
Yeah, he had a pony creator avatar. I'm like, this is unacceptable.
So many references. So many clients will send me their pony creator character as a reference.
Of course.
And because they all reuse stuff for those characters, I just open up a previous rig I've done and I just take the hair because it's exactly the same, and I just recolor it.
Yeah, and then yeah, I drew him his poses. I drew him in a custom in a different style. I did a whole like custom background for him. So he's like, his pony is like sitting behind a desk, and there's like, it's like in like a wizard's tower, and he's got like bookshelves, and he's got like weird like quills and instruments on his desk and stuff. You know, it was kind of nice. I thought it was pretty okay. So, you know, pat myself on the back for that. And then he like quit doing YouTube. Keep making pony analysis videos, Philosophy Brony or whatever your name is. Where did you go? I need a return on my investment.
You gotta be the change you want to see in the world. You gotta come back yourself. You gotta resurge the fandom, single-handed. I don't even know what all of those people are doing. Like, the show is completely over, and the new
probably just
show
went
hasn't
and got jobs.
Nah, it's impossible. They'd never do that.
They probably just like got married or something. I don't know.
I know KP is reviewing like not pony stuff now. What cringe?
I mean, that's the normal. Just like continue doing the same thing but with different media. But like, how successful is that? Are people still clamoring for pony reviews? Probably not.
I mean, there will always be a core audience for that.
Yeah.
But it's it's not what it used to be. It never will be. Even if My Little Pony Gen 5 or whatever came out and it was like a hit and it was popular again, I think even if it rivaled Gen 4 in its popularity, the like brony YouTuber thing would not happen again, because it would be seen as sort of like an old, like sort of embarrassing thing that they used to do in the last season. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it might get awkwardly tacked onto the cartoon review fandom, quote unquote.
I think some people would do it, but I think more people would see it as cringe.
I mean, if it's actually as like interesting, like the thing, like if you could do philosophy about fucking the next gen of pony, and people start doing it, I think people will appear that have never heard of the previous, like even younger youngsters. We'll get into that, and then it'll become a whole different thing.
Yeah, you know, I guess the itch that kind of content scratches is probably just part of the human condition and will never go away.
So yeah, Minecraft.
So yeah, Minecraft Steve, baby.
I might get a Switch just to play as Minecraft Steve. Although the DLC pack for like the second roster of characters, there's 3 more that has to be revealed. I kind of feel like it's worth waiting to see if I want to buy the season pass. I don't like gambling on whether they will be characters I care about, but like, I don't want to just get Steve if later on I want to get one of the other ones.
Would it save money?
It would,
like, get the season pass and then you get all of them instead of having to like buy them separately.
You can get the season pass for the DLC, and it'll be like, I think at the moment it's the Arms Lady, the Spring Lady, Steve, and then 3 more. And once those are revealed, I will know whether I want to save money on getting all of them or just Steve.
Who's it gonna be?
People have been looking for Gino for ages. I don't know whether
There's
that's
just not that many more video games.
It's probably gonna be Goku, I hear. Homer Simpson, maybe.
Oh yeah, he's a video game.
That would be so good. That would be so funny.
SpongeBob SquarePants.
I know people argue that Goku is technically a Nintendo character because like the Budokai games were on a Nintendo console or something like that. So they could do it.
I remember Digi's video about like why Goku could be a Smash character.
Oh, maybe that's what I'm thinking of.
Because it was like if Smash is a celebration of gaming, Goku and Dragon Ball Z have been in tons of games that people love and cherish. And I'm like, you know what? That's a decent argument. It just feels weird. But
Is
I
the
wouldn't
argument-
like flip my shit if Goku got in. I wouldn't be like, this sucks.
Is the argument against it that like the character should have originated in gaming?
Yes, I think so.
I guess I could see that too. Yeah. I could see the arguments for and against Goku. I just think it would be really funny.
I want to smash
There's-
Goku.
There's the Toho girl as well.
Who?
Toho girl with red clothing. I don't play Toho, but
Oh, yeah,
Riemu.
Are those on Switch?
No, those are like. Well, actually, I don't know, but that's a big gaming thing.
But
so-
are they on Nintendo consoles?
I think.
Well, that
they're
doesn't. I don't think that
PC?
has anything to do because Banjo Kazooie is still. Well, actually, I guess it's
Banjo
on.
Kazooie was on
on-
the N64. What are you talking about?
I thought you were talking about like current, like if they can't advertise on the Switch, why would they put a character in? But like,
I mean, I thought the idea was that they would only include a character if it was in a game that was on Nintendo consoles. So if like Toho's not on Nintendo consoles, then I think they're out, right?
I suppose they got to make a new one and put it on Switch.
I mean, I don't see why not. It's a big. They're putting
Oh.
fucking shit like Undertale on Switch, so why not?
Crash Bandicoot, the remastered trilogy, I think, was put on Switch.
Oh, that's
So
They-
Crash could be.
they could total. Okay, that seems like a no-brainer then.
Crash Bandicoot would be epic. Rayman would be epic. You know, just
Oh, yeah.
like save all of the poor souls who got like trapped in like PlayStation All Stars Battle Royale, the worst attempt at like you know showing up Nintendo at anything ever.
Yeah.
Where Sony got all of its beloved PlayStation characters and somehow made it terrible and boring. Like they
never
just
played
take
it.
all of them. Take fucking Ape Escape Man, Spike. Take fucking Jack and Daxter. Take all of the PlayStation characters as one new character.
That's. I mean, yeah, like the more.
Here's
Nintendo gobbles up IPs.
here's
the world's our
my
oyster.
big I wish, please. One that it could definitely happen, but I haven't seen any reason or like hype around it. Is Amaterasu from Okami, the dog, the white dog.
Ooh, that would be sick.
That'd be awesome.
She's got so
Yeah.
many like cool weapons and moves and attacks, and she's a dog, and that's funny. And
Okay.
she's so cool. Like imagine an
That would be
Okami-themed
sick as fuck.
Smash stage. Just
That'd
it'll be so
cool.
fucking sick. I want that. They already have Bayonetta,
Oh,
so like
yeah.
they have links to the studio.
This is a hype idea. I like this a lot. I hope they do it. I hope they fucking do it. I mean, there's no it's Team Cherry, right? Is the one that made
No, that's Hollow Knight.
Okami? Oh, fuck. What's the team that made?
Platinum Games, previously known as Clover Studio, made Okami,
Right.
and then Platinum stuff, Bayonetta,
Which
and whatever.
So that's the same company that made Bayonetta. So yeah, okay. They're already got they got the connections already. The groundwork has been laid. Oh fuck! No, that'd be sick. That'd be so sick. Yeah, I hope they do that.
Yeah, I mean, I've hoped
That's my
they
vote.
did that for like ever.
Yeah.
That's the sort of thing I want Nate to do, like a big like, oh my god, it's in video. I want to see another one of those, but with like I don't know, some cool Japanese music.
Man, I love Japan. Period.
Yes.
And manga. Yeah.
Well,
So Smash Bros. Yes. So Steve. So Minecraft Steve.
so yeah, I like Minecraft.
Diamonds?
Hey,
Yes,
you heard of
please.
Minecraft? That's a game that's still cool.
I played that once.
PCP Minecraft, where you can play
Minecraft.
Minecraft while you're playing Minecraft and play Pokemon at the same time. The PCP Minecraft
Fuck yeah.
server. Subscribe below.
I totally said that I was going to stream another Shekels for Heckles like last week, and then just didn't do it. I said I was going to do it on Wednesday, and then I just forgot. Lol.
Oh, we should
But,
definitely
Ma-
do that. Because
Yeah.
I have in my brain a brand new build, a big
Ooh.
building that I will build. I went to on the holiday. I went to see some ruins. This is this ruined like priory, a big old church monastery place where monks would go and be praying and shit. And it's a whole big complex of ruins in this park, and they had these little signs with like, here's some history about stuff. I took pictures of all the signs and all like the blueprint layouts of the place, and I got as many angles as I could, and I'm gonna use those pictures to recreate the Priory of St. Pancras in Minecraft, in the Minecraft PCP Minecraft server. That's my goal.
Wow. Pretty cool. Must have left an impression on you, I guess.
Yeah, I just like old shit. I just like medieval shit. It's my jam.
Marin Pan sent me a screenshot of some progress that's been made on building a new Los Angeles city, and it looks really good. I guess that's what they've been doing while I was forgetting to stream. So we'll have to what's the word? Feature that. I have to show that off a little bit. Maybe we'll do it Wednesday, which, if you're listening, will have been this past Wednesday that already happened. Lol. Check out the stream if you want to see that. Okay, cool. What else we got? What's going on, guys? Which one of you gave the president COVID?
It was me.
Did.
Oh.
Yeah, me too. It was all three of us at the same time. Oh, you sold your hair so I could buy these combs, and you sold your watch so I could buy this chain, and you gave the president COVID, but I was giving the president COVID. Oh, so silly.
I emigrated to America for the express purpose of COVID. Yes, it was my plan.
Where do you live in America? Where are you from? I forget.
I'm from New Zealand.
Like Swedish? Oh, New Zealand.
Swedish.
I don't fucking know. It's all the same.
Every English-speaking person could live anywhere.
Below Australia, it's not real. It's a tiny little island. I was there for my whole life up until recently.
New Zealand, like Flight of the Conchords, right? Like
Flight of the Conchords.
Jermaine, yeah.
Oh yeah,
I love them.
Like Lord of the Rings.
No,
yeah.
Shut up. Well, yes,
that's literally Lord of the Rings, the only thing in New Zealand that ever happened.
and Flight of the Conchords.
And Flight of the Conchords is better than Lord of the Rings. But
it's a hot take.
It's a comedy band.
They're
TV
cool.
show.
Next PCP bonus episode is Lord of the Rings versus Flight of the Conchords.
Oh, we should.
We should. Why not?
Oh god.
I know Flight of the Conchords. You know Lord of the Rings. We can do it.
Patreon.com/TP Is it TP Crastinators? I always forget.
TheProcrastinators.com.
Patreon.com/TheProcrastinators. Link in the description if you want to hear soon to be the bonus episode, Lord of the Rings versus Flight of the Conchords. We will decide this age-old debate once and for all. I promise.
Fucking New Zealand is an absolutely fucking tiny country. America is so different. It is so fucking different being here.
America is basically a continent.
It is pretty much. Like, the thing in New Zealand is that everyone knows everyone. Like, the common thing is, like, 2 degrees of separation. Like, the friend of your friend, like, knows, like, if you took all your friends and took all their friends, that's the whole country, basically. Like, and because of that, like, it's common, like, to just end up on TV or something like that.
Wait, really?
Yeah, like, my parents have been, like, interviewed on, like, live television a few times. Actually, maybe that's not as common. Maybe that's just a thing my parents did, but I don't know.
Wait, all right. I'm looking into the size because I thought it was like the same size as the UK. Turns out, United Kingdom, 243,000 square kilometers. New Zealand, 268,000 square kilometers. So it's ever so slightly bigger. And yet you're saying everybody knows everyone?
What's the population?
The population
is
small.
Actually, yeah, of course. There's like loads of farmland there or something.
It's mostly farmland and mountains and forest and like a few cities. And like a fifth of the country is in one city.
I mean, how much of America lives in big cities? It's like a lot of it, right? Population of the UK is 67 million. Population of New
This is like 5 million.
Oh, lol. Owned.
We have more people than you. Therefore, we need. We're suffering, and people are starving to death.
We have more sheep than people, and we'll trample you.
Is that true?
Yeah, we do. We have like several times more sheep than people.
Do they vote?
Yes.
Well, if only if a human marries them, they can vote.
Fucking My parents are trying to tell me to vote in the New Zealand election, and I have no idea what the fuck is even going on in that country right now. I'm not going to.
Are you guys in the midst of a fascist coup right now?
New Zealand is like...
Oh, that's cool.
I always like...
I wonder how that feels.
I always
Must be nice.
assumed, because New Zealand is like extremely progressive, but I didn't know that growing up. Because like my family was always like sort of like center right leaning, but that's like right leaning by New Zealand standards, which is still pretty left.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
Sure.
America, I'm sure the right over there is pretty good, probably.
Right.
Yeah, healthcare, who needs it? I don't have that. It turns out I actually did. It turns out I had universal healthcare
nice.
the whole time, and no one told me. Because like
Weird.
I go to America and I'm like, oh,
Well, yeah, like why would they need to tell you? Like obviously
it's gonna
you got
cost
it.
$20,000 to stub my toe. Actual statistic. Look it up. No. A real statistic I learned is delivering a baby, $40,000. Oh, you want to hold the baby? That's an extra $150. Oh, you want to kiss it on the cheek? That's an extra $1,000. It's
Wait,
like, fucking
Wait, that can't be
this is
real.
so
They
fucking
they
crazy.
can't charge for delivering a baby.
I have heard this too.
I know.
I've heard these
I
same
thought
things.
it has
I
to
don't
be
know
free, but I looked it up, and several people have showed like people took screenshots of the bill. People who didn't have insurance, $40,000. Unbelievable.
You put it. Just tell the child that they'll have to work in the hospital.
Even more expensive. It's even more expensive to be born than it is to die. Probably not, actually.
Maybe it is. I don't know.
No, it's easy to die. You get a rock and you just hit your head with it until you're dead.
I don't know if it's the
but
same
then
everywhere in America.
Insurance,
but,
though, they gotta clean your carcass up. That's not cheap.
Nah, it's easy. You just jump in the ocean.
Jump in a ditch.
Cool. I feel like I should have more to say about that, but yeah, that's what's up.
You know, the only other thing about New Zealand that I know is that they had a flag referendum not too long ago.
Oh yeah,
to get a better flag.
Yes, yeah. Our flag
Why?
looks just like the Australia flag, just like you change like one line. Basically, it's embarrassing. It's really embarrassing, and there was a competition like to change the flag, and a bunch of people sent in designs and.
Okay. The New Zealand flag, it's like the Australian flag basically just has like one extra star, and the stars are white instead of red, right? Is that the difference?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Well, is that the Pleiades on the flag?
It's the Southern Cross for New Zealand, I think.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, the flag referendum, I was like all for it, but a bunch of people were like, yeah, but we don't like the prime minister at the current time. We don't like him. We don't like John Key. So let's just vote no, just to piss him off. And I'm like, guys, I just want a good flag. Fuck off.
It's some of the designs are really cool. I heard about it through the Hello Internet podcast where they talked about it.
Oh, that's a good podcast. Yeah,
it is. Worse than this
don't
one.
Listen to
way
it.
Worse.
Some of these, I looked up New Zealand flag referendum. Some of these are like weird looking, but I like them.
I like
these, like they're all like swirly.
Yeah, I like because I think it was something to do with something New Zealandy.
Yeah, is that right?
Yeah,
is that how it
I think there was a reason that it was a certain way.
No. Okay.
I think it came down to, I don't know if it was the bottom left or top right in the end, but I liked both of those. I like the bottom left a little more, but
the top right is almost too cool.
Yeah, it's almost like video game pirate crew sort of thing.
Yeah.
I do like it,
the
though.
bottom left one does look like, I mean, that's just a pretty good
Yeah,
pretty good
I remember
flag.
looking at these things and being like, all of them have some aspect that I really like. I really like the fern, the leaf.
Mhm.
But
The
like
silver fern.
Why
the
the
color
fern?
choices with all of these, like I don't quite like all of these color choices that have the leaf. And the black and white with the swirly is great, but it feels like it's missing some aspect of it.
Yeah. So the silver fern is like a huge like New Zealand icon. Our rugby team has it as their thing, and New Zealand is more recognized for the silver fern than it is for its own flag, pretty much. Because like our rugby team has like a ridiculous like win record. They win like I don't know.
Oh, yeah,
it's like something like 80% of every
I-
game they win.
You know,
New Zealand is a great
That's-
rugby thing. They're
that's
always
cool,
in
but, like,
the big six.
it would be really funny I'm imagining like, okay, Massachusetts has a shit flag. Have you ever seen the Massachusetts flag?
No. How do you
No.
spell mesh? It's just fucking American.
Don't even worry about
American
it.
names, I just have to say, American place names, stupid. I don't like them.
That's racist. It's a Native American name.
I take it back. I take it back.
You piece of shit.
I disavow.
Massachusetts has 2 S's and 2 T's, and the rest sounds like it says.
Google fixed it for me. Let me see this.
Massive Cheez-Its.
I don't like.
Oh, this is a weird flag. Yeah.
It's a weird flag. It's not super exciting.
That's not so bad. I've seen worse.
It's
You shouldn't have text on your flag though.
No.
uh
But like
Okay,
it's got two
what-
2 to 3 colors. It doesn't look like a terrible garish piece of shit. And it's got a
No.
shield, so that's cool.
my problem with it is like this isn't a flag. This is a crest,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
It's just white. Like the crest is fine for what it is, but it's not a good flag,
Yes.
in my opinion. So I'm thinking like, what if we?
I like
Nice.
the blue and pink stripes though. It's pretty nice.
Yeah, where did yeah. They must have hired someone real. Mwah. But like imagine they were like, okay guys, we need a referendum. It's time for a new flag. And then is that like, what do we like here in Massachusetts? Well, the Boston Red Sox are really popular. So then like we made like the new like Massachusetts state flag like a pair of Red Sox or something, and it's like, yep, because we like those guys. we just based the flag on our baseball team. Or hell, you can just have all the sports teams in there, just on one flag, and like that's it. Just like put them all next to each other.
Like make it one
Just-
of those like
yeah.
those patchwork jackets where you have like a million like band logos and emblems and things.
Yeah. If it wouldn't distract me, I would go and like cobble together the new like state flag of Massachusetts right now.
It has to
and
be
just put all the
it has
sport-
to be made out of denim.
I will I will post it in the chat after I will make it afterwards. It'll take me 5 minutes.
Epic.
But it'll be very epic. Yes. Right. What the fuck were we talking about?
We're talking
I
about
don't know,
flag
some
referendum. I don't think they
Politics
didn't.
shit.
Yeah, they blocked it, didn't they? There was no new
Yeah,
flag.
it didn't go through. It got blocked because young people were like, we don't like the prime minister, fuck you, and old people are like, we're boomers, fuck you, and that was it.
Did they like just did people just like not want change?
I guess it almost went through. It was pretty close. I remember. I was
'Cause,
still
like-
living there at the time. I voted on it, but yeah, some people.
Because
didn't
everyone
like it.
who knows anything in America wants us to stop making the penny. We don't need the penny anymore.
Oh, we don't.
But
No,
like
no, you don't. We
boomers are just like, no, it's got Lincoln on it,
No,
and that's
fuck.
America.
okay.
What about national pride?
I've
Like, fuck, don't take the
lived
penny
I've
away.
lived through coin destruction. The 5-cent coin in New Zealand got yeeted out around 2007 or 2006,
Fucking
and it was
good.
fine. Like we handed
sure
in our
it
we
was
handed in our
fine.
coins, and then everything was fine. In fact, it was easier, and that's the 5-cent coin.
Did you like have to go and like give them back?
I mean, if you held on to them, they would just become worthless. But if you hand them in, like, you can get an
Oh.
exchange, so it's worth it.
They would exchange.
Yeah,
them.
they
I
also
see, I
updated
see.
all the coins too. Like they completely redid the currency. They changed all the coins to be a little bit lighter and a little bit more like
I think,
material
I
efficient.
think they did that. They did that in England, I think,
Yeah.
in like the 70s or 80s or something, or like not that long ago.
Yeah,
Well,
I mean,
they-
it was only
they
like 10,
also-
10 years ago in New Zealand. And yeah, everyone, you just hand in your coins, they give you the new coins, and it's easy. It's fine. It's not
They've-
hard.
They've done a few like getting rid of things recently in the UK as well. They've changed all the paper money to be like plastic money. So it's
Plastic.
yeah, it feels different. And it's more durable and doesn't crinkle and rumple over time.
Oh yeah,
Huh.
New Zealand money's
and they
like that,
changed the
too.
£1 coin to be a little different. I think I can't remember what they did with that.
All right, here's an
Can't-
idea. $2 coin. We got that. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
We have a
they
£2
got,
coin as well.
I don't know if they have €2 coins. I thought they had like €2 and €5 coins. I really like big value coins. High value coins are good. I hate like we have a $1 coin. We have a couple different $1 coins that are like technically valid currency in America, but nobody uses them. Everyone hates them. I'm the only one. I'm the only one who likes them, and I wish we had bigger coins. If I can't wait for Trump to die so that we can commemorate him with the new like $5 coin It's gonna be so sick.
On the back it says "billionaires only," please.
It'll be the $5 billion coin. Yeah.
Oh my god, that
Made
that
of, like,
coin's sick.
uranium.
Gib, I love that.
Yeah, I've always liked the £2 because it's like double. It's silver and
Two
gold.
colors. That's
it's-
fucking sick.
That's I love the 2-color coins. They got them in Europe. They don't have those here, and I think they're nice.
With the little gears in
Yeah.
the middle. So intricate.
It's so like, it doesn't. It's weird how it's like abstract.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but they always have the queen on the other side, so the head is always the queen.
Yeah, the head is on the other side for mine
And the
too.
others, and they're like, well, nothing else is worth minting on the other side, so just throw a bunch of gears on there. Fuck it.
Yeah. It's always the queen in
Yeah.
our coin, even though we're not technically like beholden to the UK anymore.
That's Canada too. Canadian money, I think, all has the queen on it.
Look at
After
this
America
old lady.
revolted, when New Zealand said, "Let's be independent," the UK is just like, "Yes, honey." And then that was it.
Did you know? This is probably decently common knowledge, but did you know that as the queen has aged, they update her face to be older, to be more
Oh, yeah.
accurate to herself?
No,
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
I've seen.
So you can look at the back of a coin to see how old it is without looking at the year. It'd be like, oh, she's young there. It's
Yeah, they
probably
put her in the
60s,
coin when she
70s.
was. There was a video I saw that like showed like how the queen's face like changed on notes or coins over time, and like early on she was like she had to be like a fucking kid at the beginning when they started.
Yeah,
doing
she
it.
was very young when she got the crown, and everyone was like, "Oh my god, it's so cool! I'm watching on TV." It was like the reason most people in the UK
The reason
originally.
television was invented.
Yeah.
I mean, literally, the first thing
Oh,
that
wow.
people bought a TV for was to watch the coronation live. That was
That
the selling
is
point.
Epic. That is
This
so
is-
fucking
This is the
cool.
longest running take a picture of yourself every day YouTube video of all time. It's still being made.
Imagine like a time lapse. I wonder if someone's made a time lapse of just like every year of the queen.
There
Just
is.
watch
I
her
saw one a few months
degrade.
back, and I
mean,
can
of the
find it.
coins. I mean, with the coins specifically.
Maybe might exist.
I don't think there are that many. There's like maybe every couple of years they would have one. So maybe it would take a few seconds, but
Back when I used to play Dwarf Fortress, one of my favorite things to do was to have my dwarves mint coins, and I would just look at them and examine them and like see like what they decided to like what images they decided to press into their coins. And they would have like pictures of like historical figures and pictures of like, you know, the king, or pictures of like noblemen from like other places, or hero like folk heroes, or like sometimes they would have like insignias from like the region they're in, or like their country, or like their town it turns out like every like town and like principality has its own like logo, and sometimes you find out what they are because they mint them on the coin. You're like, oh, I see. Like the national symbol of, you know, bronze hammers is 2 diamonds in a pool of lava. Nice.
Minecraft, epic, bringing it back around.
And then and you mint them out of different metals, and like they'll put different things on like the silver coin versus the gold coin versus the platinum coin. Oh, so it's so cool, so
Damn.
satisfying. Yeah, but it's useless though. Like Dwarf Fortress used to have a thing called like the Dwarven economy. That was this whole like sub game within the game, this whole system, but it was like completely broken and it got taken out. So you can still like the dwarves would trade with each other for money. So you can still make the money, but it doesn't do anything. It's just bullion basically. Like you can trade it away and that's it. It's a little disappointing. Okay, I just had to go on a Dwarf Fortress tangent.
I'm every time Dwarf Fortress is
big.
brought up, I'm like, how could possibly have there been so many like things thought of to program to make that they have all of these different
Well-
logos in the game that they could choose from to make when they decide to mint a coin? It's just like, how could they do that? There's no way. There's no way that dwarves could have unique coin minting abilities.
And yet they do. And yet they fucking do. It's so good.
It's so big. How do they do that?
I mean, I guess it's like the game just generates all this shit. It like generates like a huge amount of like background information that like you'll never be privy to.
Yeah, I really like that. Like the idea that you generate the world and you see what you see, but then like other like a whole list of like the name of the place you're at or like the region and stuff. Like they come up with all this. I guess they draw from a list of potential names for things and then mash them together into like a list of those places and past kings or whatever that it keeps track of, and then when it comes up, it comes up.
It generates like the whole like geographical and like geopolitical history of the world, like from the beginning of creation
I love
to
that.
like whenever you're playing, and it knows like, you know, how different like leaders like founded countries and like how different countries like moved and like changed hands and like power was exchanged and like who ruled each one and when and stuff. And it because it tracks like the individual like creatures, right? Like the individual like creatures that like would go on to become like, you know, kings or you know, whatever. I mean, there are common elements to it. Like there's like the Goblin Empire always exists, and there's always like a demon who was summoned at some point who usually is the leader of them, but sometimes the demon can like be killed and like someone else might rule the Goblin Empire or something, you know. But like, yeah, the specifics of like, you know, the different towns that they founded, like it knows all that. It decides like, okay, this one had this, it was called this was its logo, this is who ruled it, this is how it was founded, these were like the battles it had against other towns.
It's just like my favorite thing, because like the real world is like that. You look at the etymology of like English town names, and they just mean like this guy's house was next to this river, and his name was like Sax, and then it was like Saxon or something, or Samson, and then it would be like Samson Ford, and then like the town name would be like sounding similar to that, and it's like, wow, this name that seems like a bunch of random syllables was like normal language, and that's how most of the towns were. Just sort of like, what's this? Cliff Town. It's near a cliff.
Or like, I like how you said it. Like you just see what you see. Like you don't like the only way you like know the history is like your dwarf makes a coin and you pick it up and you look at it, and it's like, oh yeah, on this coin is an image of like, you know, a George McElf fellow, the elf who became king of the Dwarven Empire between the years like 200 and 410, who was slain by a bronze titan.
Yeah.
The image depicts him being crushed under the foot of a bronze titan. It's like, oh, cool. I guess that happened.
Died as he lived.
Now I know.
It's
under the foot of a bronze titan.
But it's like it's all there for you to like archaeologically dig up, and that's it's just like real life. You go to a Wikipedia article of a place and you learn all about it, and it's like, wow, that was not apparent at all.
You can make it. I mean, you can like generate a world and then just go into like I forget what it's called. There's a mode where you can just basically like look shit up, and you can look up like names and figures and like just like look up like, what's this kingdom? Who was its leader? Like, what's their history? Look through that. Oh, where did they live? Oh, I'll look at that town. Oh, they had a battle against this other place. Who fought in the battle? You know, and you can sort of just kind of dig through all this like information without not instead of actually like playing the dwarf game, because who has time for all that shit?
I'm looking forward to Dwarf Fortress 2 when they get the heavy weapons guy.
I want them to. Yeah. When are they gonna put Dwarf Fortress in Smash? When are they gonna just have the little like dwarven smiley face, just like just like moving like square to square? Just like creating a little square next to it that represents that it's being mined out, and like that's its hitbox or whatever. I don't know. I have no idea what that would look like. They'll figure it out.
The map would be very, very interesting, though. The stage.
I mean, what if instead of a character, they just had a map, and like, you know, your Smash characters are in the map, but the map is like a grid based, and like the little dwarves are going around the map, like digging out and mining and like building and rebuilding and filling in and stuff, and just like changing up their fortress and whatever. Maybe they build some like arrow traps and like they shoot like ballistas at you at some point. I don't know. That'd be cool. That'd be pretty neat. Right, Sakurai, you listening? Get on the phone with Taran Adams. he's got like cancer or something, so he needs to make money now. So I'm sure he'd be interested in working out a deal with you.
I mean, if you did
You could
Minecraft,
probably get him
you
at
can
a
do Dwarf
premium.
Fortress. It's kind of inspired Minecraft a little bit, so old good, new bad.
Is Dwarf Fortress older than Minecraft?
It is. Notch listed it as an inspiration for.
Bring it back to
Man.
Minecraft. Yeah.
It must have been in like the early days of Dwarf Fortress though, because Dwarf Fortress has been developed for like 20 years or something,
yeah.
right? And
something crazy.
Yeah. Long ass freaking time.
Yeah. So Minecraft.
Yeah. So Minecraft Steve. I hope we should just call this episode Minecraft Steve.
I mean, I've been excited about some Minecraft news outside of that because I don't know what a Smash is. I don't know what a Nintendo is, but we're getting that cave update that people have been asking for years, and lots of cool shit.
I don't know anything about that. So
Yeah,
you're gonna have to
it's
explain
quite
that
recent.
To me.
They've been talking. They've been the Minecraft Twitter has been making some videos with showing off a creepy mob that appears to be like drawn to you by the sound you make, not by sight, which is like a different aspect.
He lives so far underground that he's blind, and he tracks you down and kills you.
which is
around.
such
Who is this? Who does
it's
this?
a new scary monster that in the cave
Nice.
update. And like usually you play the game, you jump around, you break blocks because all of the enemies, all of them, only react when they see you. So if you're not seen, you're fine. And now with this scary like sound man, you're gonna have to think about like whether you're running and jumping in the deep dark depths, and that's pretty cool.
Makes sense. Pretty good. Pretty solid. Every time I see like I hear someone talk about a Minecraft update, I'll like see the game and I will like not see anything different about it. And then when I do hear like what they added, I'll be like, really? That? Like the last one I heard about was like the one that added the like pitchfork. Like it was like the fish update.
The trident.
And you could have like the trident weapon that you could, and I was like, that's cool and all, but like why? Like why that?
That was like that's just like one small part of like they completely redid the oceans and like added a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah, I'm aware. I'm aware that there was more to it than that. But like I guess it's just that I didn't know how the oceans worked before, so I couldn't really see the difference. So that's probably why.
Well, the thing was they didn't have anything in them before.
They had squids, right?
There was like squids and gravel, and that was it.
And at some point, they added the sea undersea like temples.
Oh, the ocean monument, yeah.
Yeah, ocean monuments.
Those were kind of cool. But yeah, they completely like redid the oceans, and then they redid villagers and redid the Never, and now they're redoing caves, and all these updates are pretty good. I like them.
Villagers seems weird. Villagers seemed like a weird addition to the game to me.
They've been around for so long.
They've been around since like 2011, and they were they sucked. They were terrible, but now they're kind of cool.
But I didn't like know about them. And then when I found out they were in the game, I was like, why are these people walking around? Like, like why do you want like NPCs like in a village? Like I don't know. But, like the more I feel like the more I found out about Minecraft, the less I understood it. Because it seemed at first, when I knew literally nothing about it, I was like, oh, it's a game about building with blocks, and it's a natural environment, and you dig for stuff, and like, yep, got it. But then like, I don't know, there's these other like sort of esoteric things in there, like the villagers system and shit, and it's like,
I mean, that stuff's still pretty surface level. There's a lot of like other hidden stuff about Minecraft though that
and redstone and stuff.
Yeah, like the redstone stuff, Psycraft people, and I don't know. I'm a big mine head. Is that the word? I don't know what the word is.
It's a blockhead, probably.
Blockhead,
I didn't know that about you.
I'm a blockhead.
Well, I'm glad you're not a fucking globe head. Because the Illuminati are trying to tell us that the Earth's not flat.
The world is flat. It just has 6 sides, you know.
Yeah, I believe in 6 flat Earths,
all glued together,
cubically.
Dude, I got to the edge of Minecraft and I went 90 degrees, and I played Minecraft again.
Started over.
Fucking.
Speaking of video games that should be in Smash Brothers, Spore. when I was waiting for Spore, when I was waiting for Spore to come out, I was so hype because like you've both seen the old Spore video. Do you know what I'm talking
I've
about?
seen
The one that
a little bit of it, yeah.
I watched it. The old one that Will Wright did, showing off the game before it was like really like finished. But it looks so cool. It looks so robust. It looks like the animations, they work so dynamically. It's so like, whoa, how did they do that? And then the real thing comes out, and like half of that shit's gone. There's no aquatic stage. It's like it's just not the same. They must have just faked a lot of it. It's just bullshit.
I haven't seen the video,
I
but
thought what
I could
happened
imagine
is
it's
it got bought out by a big company, and the company fucked it.
I think it was being made by EA from the beginning.
Was it? I remember it being bought by EA and then getting fucked. Okay. But I don't know the details.
I mean, maybe EA had something to do with it, but like, I don't know. If like the stuff that you could see in the demo was possible, there's no way that it would have been taken out. Like, it's just, the final product is like demonstrably worse in almost every way. I don't know. Like, it's to the point that like if they had to cut all that shit for corporate reasons, then like Will Wright could have like taken it and just like made a second game that was that other stuff. I don't know. It was very bizarre. But one of the things that you could do in it was you could do terraforming, and you can technically do terraforming in the actual Spore game, but it sucks so bad. At least in the base game. I know there was expansions later, but in the base game, all you could do was like you could put down like stamps. Like you could fly around your fucking you could fly around your fucking planet, and you could just put down like basically stamps, like basically little mountains that were like shaped like things, like star shape or like spiral shape or whatever, and it sucked.
Ew.
It's garbage. Will Wright, he shows in the demo, he has like sliders that he can like dynamically change like the planet's like water levels. He could change the atmospheric composition in a way that would like dynamically change like the water level, and it would like cause like he does. In the final game, there is a thing that you can do to like terraform a planet, and basically it's just you like throw down an object and it like terraforms the planet, and now it's like a habitable planet. It's green, it's lush, oceans are blue, great. But that he talks about that being like a late game like final thing. Before that, like you could terraform a planet, but like you would have to do it. You would have to like throw down like volcanoes that would like release the right gases. You would have to like increase the temperature to like get enough moisture in the air, and like and water levels and and add hydration and make it rain and like move all this stuff. Add life, seed life, let life spread over there. Dude, make bacteria start to grow. And in the final game, it's not that. It's just like you like you have money, you click a button, and like, oh, planet's terraformed, it's fixed. Okay, that's my Spore rant. But one thing that I really wanted to do was he had this beam that you could terraform the planet. Like, you had fine control. Like, you could go to one little spot of it and like pull it up and go next to it and like push it down, and you could like sculpt the planet. And I was like, oh man, it would be so cool if I took one of those and I just made a cube. And if I just like sculpted this spherical planet into a cube and had a cube planet.
Yes.
So that's where this was all going. It was going to be Minecraft World. But it never happened because Will Wright fucked me over. You lied!
Every time you say Will Wright, I think you're saying Will Ryan, and I get scared.
Who is that?
He's my boss / friend, DAGames man.
Oh, hello. I hope he's listening to the podcast.
I don't think he is, but if he does, hello, fine.
Cool. Yeah.
I'm just like you opened it with saying a character that should be in Smash, Spore, and I'm like. Like would
you
the
just create
character dynamically change based on the battle that's happening, and by the end they like the Super Smash is like to be fully evolved?
Like they evolve, right? Like they have like a bite attack, and every time they bite, they get like more DNA points or whatever, and like you can like spend it on the fly to like grow extra limbs or something. Oh, that'd be fucking neat. That'd be neato.
Did you customize your character mid-battle to make a giant, like, a penis creature? Is that the strat?
Yeah.
That's the strat, yeah.
I think I've played Spore for a little bit, or maybe I just watched a Let's Play, but it was definitely big penises involved.
That might have been the Game Grumps, big penis.
Yeah, it probably was. I remember that. Russ was playing or something. Or no,
yeah.
I can't remember. But that was fun.
I think that's the only Spore Let's Play I ever saw, and it was pretty funny.
They just made like dicks and butts, and it was really funny. And I was like, that's a good game.
Yeah, you can make him hold his own balls as he walks around, and his penis has a foot, so it like jackhammers down when he walks.
Just like me. Your penis has a foot.
Yeah,
I thought you said is a foot.
I mean, the penis has a foot on the end of it, and so when you walk, like your back legs walk normally, but your front foot is like.
I made a mistake. I misunderstood. Dab.
Ooh.
So how are we doing? Temp check. How are we doing? What's our energy level at right now?
Energy.
Audience, temp check. Audience, type temp check put in the comments down below. How hype are you right now? How high energy are you feeling?
I'm thinking like a low to mid 2 degrees.
Okay.
I don't know.
That's good. That's good enough. We can work with that.
It's not dead. I'm not dead yet.
I'm alive.
Same.
Ish.
Oh, here's the thing. On the last PCP episode, it was like September 13th, I think. The next day, I announced on this is when we recorded the last episode that I was on. The next day, I talk about how I'm trans now, and so I realized I haven't been on the PCP since I made that tweet.
Right.
So if people aren't aware, lol. It's just an update for you.
I don't remember. I think me and Tom mentioned it a little bit. We might have like briefly discussed that it was a thing that occurred.
Was that in the most recent one with Cybershell?
Maybe, or one of them.
I haven't finished watching that one yet. But yeah, anyway.
Yeah.
Lol woman.
I am. I am one of those.
Pretty epic.
Yeah.
I don't really know what to say about it. There's a lot of aspects, and I don't know whether people give a shit.
I think
it's in
cool.
the comments, let us know if you give a shit.
If you give a shit, put a comment.
If you give a little bit. Give a little bit of shit.
I've only had a few little like trans thoughts in my head ever. I think
trans thoughts.
Yeah, a few little ones. I think I had a dream when I was like 11, and in the dream I was just like a girl in some kind of mech suit thing, and I don't know. I was like, it was nice, but also penis good. I want to keep it.
I think that was just the end of Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker.
Penis Walker.
Penis Walker, yeah.
Maybe.
Penis with a foot.
Yeah, I mean, I used to have like thoughts like that. It's like, what if I was a girl? But like, I always assumed that was just like a thing everybody did, and maybe it is.
I don't know if it's
I don't know. It was always weird. Like after I had decided, like all of these things, they're clearly leading to this one thing, so I'll just say it and get it over with saying it.
It's
but then like,
funny.
What about my actions in the past? Led was an indication of this, or was it could all of them have been like not related at all? And I was just thinking about that a lot, like, what about what I did was like indicative of that? There's a few things that are very obviously weird, like girly things that I wanted to do. Like this one time I really wanted this at the gift shop from this zoo, I think, and I wanted a penguin purse. It was a little blue fluffy penguin purse, and my parents were like, you sure you want that? That's not very cool. Maybe you'd like a little toy dinosaur instead, something cooler. And I'm like, what? Huh? I didn't realize that it wasn't manly to have a little not a little blue fluffy penguin purse to put my coins in. But I don't know whether that was like a gender thing.
Who says a man can't have a purse?
Exactly. Like, it really, I don't think there's any like hard and fast like, oh, this was a sign and this wasn't. Like, it's a very complex web of stuff.
I don't fucking know.
Sometimes you just want big booby mommy milkers, and that's it.
Oh, Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
forget about the trans stuff. Although there are like 100,000 trans people in Big Booby Mummy Milkers, it's very trans inclusive, very trans positive. Update on that server. It is turned into an ERP server. There's just people fucking each other constantly. It's completely
boy.
debaucherous, like the worst, like aka the best and based.
You know,
I'm
that's
a
cool and
coward.
all, I guess.
I'm in there.
know?
I had sex one time and I thought, gay. I'm just gonna be the growth man.
I have not had sex. Just like in real life, I will never consent to sex.
You can if you do
Never.
question
Same
mark
here.
size, it'll tell you how many times you've had sex. And there are a few people who are trying to maximize that number by fucking everyone all the time. It's really funny. It's my favorite video
Do you get
game.
anything for having sex?
The number go up.
Number go up.
Okay. Yeah, sure. I mean, I understand that is all the motivation that's really required.
It's just really funny. Like at first,
Just having-
at first the server.
Does having bigger boobs make it easier to have more sex?
No, but it
Oh.
is just fun to have. The
Sure,
way to have
yeah,
sex.
sure.
All right, here's the two avenues to sex. One,
I want it to be like Cookie Clicker, where it's like, yeah, you're gonna you want to you start having sex, you have lots of sex, but then you're like, man, if I can like make my boobs bigger, like that will increase my rate of sex having. And, like,
yeah, every time you have
it's
sex, you'll have
mutually-
3 times as much sex.
every time you have sex, you get bigger boobs, and every time you get bigger boobs, you have more sex.
Yeah,
So it's like
exactly.
mutually encouraging a cycle, mutual reinforcing systems.
Yes, crazy.
Until you're having more sex than there are atoms in the universe. An exponential rise to infinite sex.
We could add that. We could. I mean, it's really funny.
Add infinite sex to the bond, please. Yeah.
It's really funny, like watching the progression of the server go from haha, this is all just for fun, this is all just goofy, to being like, I want to, like, people were like excited about the prospect of a question mark fuck command where like consent is not necessary. And somebody has to
Right.
like sign up for that treatment. They have to set race,
Right.
sex object, sex
Yeah.
_ object,
Set race sex object.
and then
Right.
people can question mark fuck them at any time, and the flavor text is like more like raunchy and like sexual, and people are really into it, and it's really funny. I like being a part of this. Horny on main is like actually cool.
So if you wanted to have the most sex, I assume you could just go where the sex objects are and just like it would be like
Yeah,
exclamation point mining. It would just you just like exclamation point fuck
Yeah,
them over and over again.
you would, and
Yeah.
then they also their number would go up. So it's
Surely, okay. If you want, I mean, listen. This broken game design, right? We need to it needs a rebalance. It needs a patch. What you got to do is surely you must have to like expend some kind of resource while having sex. Like you must have to like refill your testicles or whatever fuel it is that is required, right?
Yeah.
So
the thing with that.
one or the other.
I mean, I was thinking of like adding like a penis size stat somehow to the game that you could also like make bigger somehow. But I think my thoughts initially were like, I don't want people to be alienated too much from like not everybody has a penis. There are actual girls in the server. Like
Sure.
and they like if the sex command includes like mention of the penis, I was like,
Sure.
that won't work. That'd be like take you out of the experience, because a lot of the initial like commands of the initial responses for like question mark sex and question mark accept is you hold hands or like you cuddle each other, and it's like, whoa, based, so lewd.
Whoa.
And that was
Sure.
the joke.
Sure.
And then it just became fucking. But
Okay.
you know,
Alright,
I could add penises in there. I think that would be a fun extra thing.
Yeah, like a little toggle,
I
a little
mean-
penis toggle.
Toggle have penis. The thing is, then, like, if you don't have penis, how do you have sex? Is it possible?
Well, I mean, I'm sure. Surely we can figure something out. Surely there must be some alternative.
Like
Nipple
Sure.
pussy. Let's go.
Oh,
like
God.
what is like
Jesus.
what do the female have? Huh? They have the vagina, but they don't have little like
Nothing.
they have nothing else.
Everyone has a butt.
Worthless. It's true.
You're gonna expend your
It's
butt
true.
resource.
He's right, you know. Okay. How can we solve this problem of how to have sex without penis?
With regards to
just,
regards to having a resource specifically, because like I don't know, what do lesbians do? They just sort of squidge together.
I mean,
They get maybe a dildo.
a dilder.
you just get a dilder. You gotta have a dilder.
I mean, I guess in real life, the thing you're expending is like energy because it's exhausting to do so
Yeah.
much of it. To fuck
Yep.
1,000
Yep.
times a second if you spam click question mark fuck over and over again.
Are people botting?
People aren't botting that. People are doing
Okay.
the question mark squeeze to make their breasts bigger in the titty bar.
Excellent. Good.
But
I
nobody's
get it.
botting as far as I know.
You could have like a libido resource or something like that. That's like a secondary. Maybe, I don't know if that would be good. I'm not a gameman.
Yes, that could work. So you can only sex when there's libido is high enough. Game mechanics.
I guess it would like refill automatically, but maybe you can accelerate it by doing certain things, perhaps.
Yeah,
I
like
don't know.
chugging libido pills.
Yeah.
What are those things in like dojins they always have where it's like, I gave you these secret pills that make you want to have sex more. What are they
I
called?
gave you the penis having pills. You gotta.
No,
swallow
not
them.
those. Those are different pills. They're like they call them like aphrodisiacs. That's the one.
Oh yeah.
You chug
Done.
aphrodisiacs to get your libido back, so you can fuck more.
Epic.
And it's like I'm imagining like a black market developing of like people like it's a limited resource and you have to work for it. You really gotta like what are you gonna do for me if I give you these aphrodisiacs? Like I gotta have my fix because I want to fuck.
Maybe
I wanna
you
increase
could
my
maybe you
fuck
could
number.
trade like the estrogen podrins for aphrodisiacs. Like if one person wants to prioritize one over the other.
Yeah,
Mhm.
you
Yeah.
could like transmogrify an estrogen pogen into an aphrodisiac. So you can decide to get bigger breasts, or
gotta
you can get to
smelt it
decide
with
to
something.
yeah to fuck more. Choices. This is good. This is good like game design talk. You know what other game was designed? Minecraft.
Oh my god, it was.
They should add
Makes you
sex to
think.
Minecraft.
Yes.
Wait, they didn't?
Dude,
Wait, then what have I been doing?
like,
Who
dude,
have I been fucking this whole time?
you know you can put your Minecraft bed next to someone else's bed, and then it becomes a big bed, and you can.
Oh,
like,
does it
both
actually
lay in
become a
it.
big bed now?
Somebody
Not
said
really. It just looks like it.
Oh,
Somebody
okay.
somebody said like, "Hey, did you see what happens when you use sleep on Minecraft?" I assume they mean like the Jigglypuff sleep move.
Yes, he
Did
gets in
either
a
of you know
bed.
what oh well, okay. I thought that might be.
He
it,
puts down a
but,
bed and goes to sleep when he Jigglypuff
Lol.
sings at him, which is funny.
Does he actually like put a bed down and then get in it, or
Yeah,
does he just become?
He
in
puts a bed down and
ball?
gets in it. It's real quick, but it's funny.
Oh, something, a secret Minecraft strap that few people know about that I discovered by accident, and me and my friends. We don't use it for Minecraft sex, but you could. Is in your options, you can actually, you know how your Minecraft skin has like an outer layer and an inner layer. Like, have you ever messed with that before?
Yeah, I
No,
don't
not
really use
really.
it because it never looks
Okay.
that good.
Well, basically, your skin can have two layers to it. There's like an inner layer and an outer layer. If the outer layer can have transparency, it's usually used to like make hair stick out slightly further or something like that. What you can do is in game, you can go to your options and you can actually turn off the outer layers. So you could design your character to be naked underneath and then put like clothes on the outside, and then you could climb into bed with another Minecraft player and go into your options and just slowly turn the other layers off, and then you're naked. It's doable.
There would only be like
Fascinating.
client side though. They wouldn't know.
Oh no, it works. It works on servers. My friend made his head is a giant like colon V looking thing.
Oh, of course.
And
yeah.
occasionally he'll walk up to me and he'll just go, and his head turns black because he'll turn it off. And he does it to scare me, and it's actually scary. He scares me.
Scary.
Yeah.
That's cool.
But
pretty.
it does work
Cool.
server side. Like you can see whenever people turn their things on and off.
Guys, here's a big question. When having sex in Minecraft, spherical boobs or square boobs?
Oh, that's tricky. That's a tricky question.
Wait, what? Say that again?
When having sex in Minecraft, do you go for the spherical boobs or the square boobs?
Spherical, out of this world, literally.
I mean,
The thing is,
where do I compare the two?
the thing is with spherical boobs, they break the law of Minecraft. They cannot have curves in Minecraft. Unacceptable.
Mm-hmm.
On the other hand, square boobs look stupid and not attractive in any way. And it's really funny when people draw or have like. Have you seen some of the like Minecraft source filmmaker porn?
Are you talking about a Slippery T?
I don't know any
animated
of the
Slippery T?
things. I just know that they exist.
Okay.
I never looked at them. Never.
Never. No.
Never looked at
ever.
them recreationally, at least. But like,
Okay.
it's just really funny seeing that they animate these like, ooh, so hot, and it's the Minecraft girl, and she's got like cuboids coming out of her chest, and it's like, oh yeah, cuboids. Like, no, it's stupid.
I mean,
yeah,
it's
silly.
stupid, but everything is stupid.
I will say
you know
though,
what? You're right. Everything is stupid. Why? I don't know why I have such a thing against cuboid breasts.
Some of our listeners might have cuboid breasts, and they
Yeah.
will probably have their feelings hurt.
I'm sorry. Please don't
Yeah.
cancel me.
Our Minecraft audience is going to be up in arms over
Oh,
this.
no.
They're gonna be furious. I made a tweet earlier, and I think it might have been misinterpreted.
Really?
I said,
a tweet misinterpreted.
maybe. Well, I don't know. I'm not sure. I tried to join an org last week, and they straight up took my info and never got back to me, because this is a thing I did.
An
All right,
org?
let me tell you. An org, like an organization, like a
Oh,
mutual aid.
not an
organization.
orgy.
See, that's what I think some people might think that I meant. I think some people might think it was a typo, and I was saying that I tried to join an orgy. I did not. I did not do that. There is a I see these like signs on lawns around in my neighborhood for a thing called it's called like
Sex.
it's called sex, and I thought I should try it sometime. It is for the organization is called let me make sure, Mutual Aid Medford and Somerville, because that's the area I live in. So it's a mutual aid org, I guess. And I was like, I wonder what that is. So I went and I looked up their website, and there was like a thing you could fill out that's like, what are you able to like contribute to like a community fund? And I was like, well, it was things like, can you like babysit kids? Can you like deliver groceries to people? Can you like contribute money? Can you like do tutoring for people that like can't afford it or whatever? And I'm like, well, I don't have a car, so I can't transport stuff, but I'd be willing to like, if someone like can't afford groceries, I'd be willing to like contribute to this fund, and maybe they like buy them groceries of it. I don't know if that's how it works, but maybe. So I sent them an email. I called them on the phone. I asked what to do. They said, go to our website, like we'll send you an email, fill out this thing, like send us back to us, and we will like contact you. And I did, and they didn't get back to me. It's been like 2 weeks. And I'm like, man, I'm literally here just trying to like offer you some of my money. I want to like donate money to you, and why are you fucking up so bad? Anyway, the point of the story is, no, I didn't try to join an orgy. That's it.
Darn, you should have tried.
I just want to be in an org so I can help people. And then when they say thanks for the help, and I say yeah, no problem, I'm a communist. Hail Satan.
I love Satan.
I feels like that's what I should be doing in order to spread solidarity among the working class. But it's hard. It's hard. Get back to me. Send me my email back. Tell me you want my money, please. Mutual Aid, Medford and Somerville. I'm ripe to be plucked. Okay. Just had to complain about that. What's Oblivion Fall? You said that you like wrote down some like topics, right?
Yeah, I did.
Oh
You
shit!
said you had some shit to bring up.
I don't even know.
We sort of talked about some of it already. There was like another thing with the PCP references being hidden in things. One that I don't think anyone knows about is in Heir to the Come Throne, which is the second Come Zone video.
Is that the one with the boobies?
No, that's
No,
the
that's
one with
the
the
third
Dick
one.
Masterson.
Yeah, the Dick
face.
Masterson one. That's been seen by 2 million people, and those 2 million people have unwittingly seen Horseshoe Finale without realizing it now.
What?
Why? How?
Okay, so all of the videos have a bit of like a psychedelic backdrop to them, right?
The kaleidoscope.
Yeah, the kaleidoscope effect, yeah. And I took Horseshoe Finale, I sped it up really fast, and that's it, and that's what I did for the video.
No shit.
Yeah, every so often you'll see like an arm poke out, and it's just Jesse.
Well, they haven't. You say they've. Is it the whole video just sped up?
Yes, the entire video condensed into like 2 minutes.
That's so fucking funny. Okay, I see the hand. Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Well, the cool thing is
Wow.
like he has so many posters around his room that like when you kaleidoscope them, they look really cool.
I just saw a face. There's a face at wait. Who is at 1 minute 18 seconds?
Oh, I had like extra things in there as well. Like
Okay. There's just a still image of somebody's face.
yeah, I had Chris Raygun's face in there because he reacted to the Come Zone once. Also, Call Me Carson and Mumkey Jones. A few random people I hid in there because there are people who had like reacted to it before, and I was just referencing them. But yeah, that was a thing I wanted to mention because it's PCP relevant.
It is. I can see the bookcase.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would never have noticed in a million years, but neat.
Yeah, the only other interesting thing, I guess, is something like, I guess I discovered it recently or I rediscovered it. It's something I forgot or repressed. I guess it was an early, I don't know if you'd call this a red pill or a black pill, but you know, like those TV interviews you see on the news sometimes where like the news presenter, like who you see every week. I mean, I say this, I haven't watched the news in like 10 years, but they're like talking to someone on video and like they're having a conversation back and forth.
Mm-hmm. Like in two screens. Like with
yeah. There's like 2 screens, like not like a reporter on the scene. Like they'll be like interviewing like some person or like some professional or something about like a recent event maybe.
Sure.
Yeah, my mother was on one of those news interviews once, and you assume that what happens is, you know, they just set up a live feed and they have a conversation. That's not what happens. So this was like probably like 2004, 2005 this happened, but the news crew came over to our house the day before. They sat my mother down in a chair and pointed a camera at her, and they had someone read the questions and they recorded her answers, and then they packed up and left. The next day, the news presenter read out similar questions, and they pretended to have a conversation where they played the clips of my mother, like him talking back and forth, and every time they needed to make a cut, they'd cut to just the news presenter, and then they'd cut back again. So that way, it was like this fake live interview that was all staged. And the questions were also worded differently, so that way, like if it's like a contentious political issue and they want it to look like, oh, you're dodging the question, they'll ask you a slightly different question, so that way it looks like you're not answering or something.
Really? That sucks.
It does suck. And an even worse version of this happened to my dad, probably 2010, 2011, around that time. It was a Channel 9 interview, so no one watched it. We only have like free channels in New Zealand that people watch. But this was like another like political discussion about something. And like, so my dad sits down. It was like a Jordan Peterson style interview, you know, the one from a few years ago with the lobsters and shit, something like that, right? where
Yeah.
where it's like two people like they're sitting like they have these little nice chairs and there's like a table in between them and it's like a back and forth. They're in the same room, right?
It's an Asian guy interviewing him, and Jordan talks about like women and like wearing lipstick and stuff. Is it that one?
It was the one. I mean, the Jordan Peterson style interview I'm thinking of is the one where he was with the blonde woman, and I don't know.
I don't know if I've seen that.
I don't know.
one.
It was a few years ago. People memed it a bunch. I saw a bit of it, but
Okay.
but yeah, imagine interviews sort of like that, where it's like two people in a room and there's like a table between them and they're just talking. Shot, reverse shot, camera. So my dad goes in. The lady shakes his hand and they sit down and they're like, all right, nice to meet you. Okay, now we're going to go through the questions. And immediately the lady starts screaming, like very angry, like, oh, how dare you think this opinion? What do you think about this, you idiot? You hate women, whatever the discussion is, like throwing and hurling insults, yelling, being aggressive. And my dad is like flustered. He's like taken aback, like, whoa, what the fuck is this? And then he loses his composure, but he tries to answer the question as best he can. And the lady,
So it's not the interviewer. It's like the person who's like interpreting the interview questions for him.
well, no, this time it
comes
was
at him
the
with-
actual interviewer. In this occasion,
Okay.
The last time they sent someone over to my family's house as a proxy. This time my dad was in the studio with the actual person. And so this interviewer lady was being super aggressive and yelling, and you can see that my dad is a little bit flustered. He looks a little bit taken aback, but he answers her questions, and I assume he did a good job. And then after they're done, like she immediately, like a switch, she's calm again. She's like, all right, thank you for the interview. And as my dad's leaving, he turns around, he sees the lady sit back down, and they record her asking the questions again, but this time really calm and polite.
Jesus.
So when you see it
So
on the TV, it's like she's talking.
It's crazy that they would do it just right there in front of him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like they wouldn't even try
to,
to hide that from him. That's
No, I guess this is the
they
routine.
know they can get away with it. Fuck.
Yeah, and so when you see it on television, she's all calm and polite, and my dad's looking all flustered, and it's like, oh, look at this idiot. It's like, damn.
What did she want to like get him for?
There's talking about some thing. I don't remember what it was. It was. My dad wasn't a controversial figure. He's like a philosopher guy. He's got a PhD and like moral ethics, and they were talking about some like ethical thing. It might have been related to euthanasia or like I don't know something.
Okay, sure.
But yeah, and obviously these clips they're not on the internet.
Yeah,
Like you can't find them. Like no one fucking watches Channel 9. But yeah, my dad told me about it, and I was like, that's fucked, dude.
That reminds me. I mean, makes me wonder about that thing. I don't know if you happen to see that Nancy Pelosi clip from like a couple weeks ago. I don't know. It's been floating. Someone was talking to Nancy Pelosi on the I don't fucking know what network, but they ask her a question and she just like stares. Like I know there can be like a delay or something.
Oh,
and sometimes,
right.
Like, yeah,
Yes.
and she just stares for. They ask her a question and she's like, "Good morning."
Good morning. It's Sunday. Yeah.
No. It was weirder. Good morning. Sunday morning. Like, why? So, I mean,
The program.
I don't know. I guess that makes it like, well, maybe some weird shit happened and it made sense at the time and it wasn't just like her going senile or something. You know, I mean, we'll never know.
Like,
we'll never know.
You never know. Like, obviously, some of the conversations you see on TV have to be real. Like when they're having like proper arguments and stuff. Like some of it has to be live. But I wonder how much of it is like just pre-recorded, where they've like manipulated it in some way.
Yeah.
Because that
Hard
happened
to say.
both time my parents were on like TV for stuff like this. And like that's just New Zealand, you know, and the techniques have advanced. It's been like over 10 years.
That's
It's,
fucked.
It's kind of cool. It's kind of cool to imagine that, like, I don't know what you said before about how everyone knows each other. So like, it's not that uncommon to just end up on TV.
Well, yeah,
And like,
but it's
you all kind of like know everyone or know someone who knows everyone.
yeah, like for example, everyone has at least one relative or friend of a relative who was in Lord of the Rings, right? Like you were an extra, you helped make like the armor for the orcs, or you were a fucking like animator. Like I one of my best friends growing up, his aunt was like animated the spiders in the Hobbit movies, and she recommended me to go to a certain school that she went to, and I went there. Yeah, And when I was
Really?
yeah, and when I was there, like some guy
Wow.
from Weta like came over and was like, "Hey guys, here's how we made Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter," and I don't know, gave some presentation.
How strange.
Yeah.
I
It's
remember.
cool.
Do you
It's cool.
remember or have seen the Lindsay Ellis trilogy of the Hobbit movies?
Yes.
And
Yes.
how
Yeah, I've seen those. Yeah.
They have fucked a lot with the workers' rights of New Zealanders.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
And
did
it
watch
sucks.
that.
Yeah.
I didn't know about that until I saw her video, and I was like, "Fuck, that's stupid."
They're really good videos, and I can't remember the points, so I can't regurgitate them for the PCP.
They're pretty long, and they're pretty like
I remember hearing a little bit about it
basically,
at the time.
Yeah.
It's like the New Zealanders, like Lord of the Rings is extremely like tied to like our, I guess, national identity in a certain way. We have very few things we're allowed to be proud of. Like
Lol.
it's like, oh, being proud of your country, stupid, cringe, unless it's rugby or Lord of the Rings or Flight of the Conchords, I guess. You're not allowed to be proud of your country because that's bad New Zealander. But
it's really
they were talking
nice
about
looking.
they were talking about fuck you. They were talking about filming it and like somewhere else, and everyone's like, no, you have to keep it here. We need it for the tourism and the stuff. It's important.
It was basically like a monopoly thing. Like, either you sweeten this deal by like undercutting like workers' union rights or whatever, so we can film here for cheaper, or we'll just film it somewhere else.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
and of course, a lot of the country
is the like
was
5-second explanation of it.
Yeah, pretty much. It's like, do you want the film here or do you want workers' rights? And people voted no workers' rights. That sucks.
Yeah. Yeah. We want more. I mean, it makes sense, right? If it's like a big part of the frickin' I don't know, New Zealand economy is like Lord of the Rings base.
And then it's such a shame that this movies weren't even good.
Yeah, they sucked.
Yeah.
They were awful.
Peter Jackson got fucked.
Yeah,
They didn't
it's
give him any
weird.
time to do the first one.
I was watching.
I've never seen the Hobbit movies.
The behind the scenes videos with Peter Jackson working on the movie. As they were working on the last one, they're like, yeah, we're gonna have like 3 months of crunch time at the end or something like that. And I'm like, 3 months? Like I can barely handle a week for my projects. And I almost fucking like if I had done what my parents wanted me to do, I would have probably been working on those fucking movies, like at least for the last one. Because I had like connections there, and I'd gone to the same school that the other person went to. Like I could have applied, but I decided to do internet shit instead. Hooray!
I'm sorry.
I'm
I'm sorry.
No, it's good. That's how I came to America. It's epic.
Oh, that is pretty epic, actually.
I'm actually earning more money than I would if I had gotten a job there, so it's fine.
Wow, just from internet stuff?
Yeah, like two big YouTube channels simultaneously. It's good.
You get I don't know if you mind me asking about your payment models or whatever. Do you get paid like per project? Or do you make like a salary?
It's salary times 2 actually right now, because there's DAGames and there's Pencilmation, which huge channel, like 17 million subscribers. They were in YouTube Rewind last year. They got like, I think they were in for the number 3 most viewed YouTube channel of 2019.
Jesus
Crazy.
Christ.
Yeah, like every video gets like tens of millions of views pretty much, and they make like 3 a week. I put some PCP references in there too, but they're really subtle. I have to be sneaky about it.
Oh, I haven't heard of Pencilmation
I
references.
haven't heard of any. Do you want to
I know
clue us
you
in?
did Pencilmation. I saw a few episodes.
I posted them in your chat, Gib, at a certain point, like when they came out. I don't have the screenshots on me right now. Usually it's like for like 1 frame during an explosion, like I'll make a certain piece of the cloud into the like Brop face. That was one I did. And there's one where there's like an abstract painting on the wall, and I again changed it to look like the Brop face. Like I just kind of changed the shape of it a little bit.
So it's just a bunch of Brop references.
Mostly that. I love it for one, and it's
so
just really easy
versatile.
to hide. It's so versatile, yeah.
Yeah, I can see that.
It's such a simple like little shape with more specific PCP stuff. Like
Next time there's an explosion, could you maybe have it spell out like patreon.com/Ben?
I think one of the supervisors would notice if I did that.
Shit.
I don't like the thing is I don't animate the episodes, but I kind of supervise every single stage, like from storyboard to color to like through animation, and I do like some retiming editing and
So you can sneak a little thing in
yeah,
the
like
background.
I have access to all the files, yeah. So like when the animator finishes and sends me the file, I can go in and like tweak stuff, and I do because I usually there's certain problems that sometimes maybe the animators didn't do a good job fixing it, so I'll go and fix it. Maybe there's like a coloring error and I'll fix that, or and while I'm doing that, I can like hide in little references. One of my favorites is it's an episode that my friend Maid did. I don't know what it's called on YouTube, but the production code was P migration. There's a TV static, and the TV static is the PCP theme audio wave just running by really quickly. I'll put it in the show notes. You won't see it.
Well, like you can listen to it,
or
or is it just like visual audio?
no?
wave?
Like I opened it on Audacity, and I took a screenshot of the audio waveform, and then I loaded it into Flash, and I converted it. There's an option called Trace Bitmap that converts the bitmap into a vector image, and then I like colored it like TV static colors. And yeah, that's in there. It's like the most subtle reference ever, but.
I wonder if somebody
That's
could like reverse engineer that waveform.
How could you possibly even know? Right.
I'll get a screenshot of it. It might take me a minute, but yeah, you'll see it in a bit.
I know that waveform anywhere.
Yeah. I see it in my dreams.
Actually, I'll just link the video with the timestamp, and then you'll know.
But based.
It's so cool that like people we know are so much cooler than us.
Yeah, agreed.
I'm not cool as a person. I just work on cool things.
That's cool. That makes you cool.
No.
You made a video about cum and you got 60 million views.
I'm the only cool one, actually, when you really think about it.
Well, good thing I don't think. Good thing I have no brain.
Yeah. Ah!
Okay, there's a timestamp. The TV static when he changes the channel. I think that's the waveform. There are a few different waveforms. I think that last one was the PCP theme, but yeah.
What?
Oh, yeah. In the TV when it's staticky.
Yeah.
Strange. Yeah, I see it. That's so like.
It's such. It's
no
so
one would ever
subtle.
know.
No one would. That's the fun thing about it is I know and no one else does until I tell them.
Yeah. Pencilmate's Great Escape from the Cold. What is Pencilmate is just kind of goofy cartoons, right?
It's goofy cartoons, but the
really
animation,
know what it's about.
especially for the recent episodes, the animation is actually really, really good. Like we hire we try to hire big name animators sometimes. We've had 70 episodes done by Zurel, who's like a huge Newgrounds
Zurel,
animator.
I love that guy's smooth animation.
I've directed him on a bunch of episodes. Like he worked for me, and he's super chill.
Zurel is what was it?
How do you spell that?
Zeurel.
Yeah, that's the angel from Evangelion, but misspelled. True story.
Oh,
I see.
But the animator for this episode that I linked is Maid, who's one of my best friends, and he used to be a pony boy. He did some pony animations, and he talked to Jesse a few times actually, at a certain point.
pony animation.
Imagine. Whoa, he spoke to Jesse?
Wow, I've done that.
There's a PCP connection, and that's cool.
Sure. Lol. I'm looking at the Zeruel.
I'm trying to think what was the first. It was Sandviches 9 years ago. God, that was the first one. Sandviches. 30. I think it was the Pinkie Pie cupcake song.
Oh yeah.
How do you make sandwich? All you do is take a cup of flour, but it was like TF2
is it Team Fortress 2?
Yeah, Team Fortress. Yeah. This boy also lived in New Zealand for a time. Whoa, everything's connected. What the fuck?
Sandwich, so moist and delicious. Sandwich, I'm coming for you.
Yes, good. Impressive. Oh my god, yeah, 2011. A million years ago.
14 million views.
Ah!
Oh,
Level
whoa.
one for the show notes, I guess. Eleazar, don't forget.
Eleazar. Eleazar.
Hey, wake up,
You
Eleazar.
better not fuck up,
Eleazar.
Eleazar.
You
Hey, Eleazar.
Took my job.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah. Oh, did we even mention? Did people know? We didn't even mention that you were the editor for a while.
Yeah,
I assume everyone remembers.
people. I mean, I know some people are like brand new and like, yeah, I started listening like 3 months ago. They might not know.
Imagine being new to the PCP. There must be a few people like that.
Okay, if you watched the Come Zone and subscribed, you have to comment. I have to know the one person who subscribed because of that. Whoever you are.
I wonder. I fucking wonder if it could
Oh, yeah, like from the Come Zone to the PCP. You did have a link in that first one, didn't you,
Yeah, it's still
to
there.
this channel?
Yeah. Nobody reads the description.
Oh, One Girl, One Sandwich. That was another 0.
Oh yeah, that one is
one.
that's a booby animation.
Yeah, it's got girl in it. I remember
Yeah,
being like,
well,
oh my
I like
god.
girl. That's the thing I like.
I like girl.
I know what that is.
No, I don't. What is that?
Aww.
Oh, yep, the boobs are going. This one's actually
This
kind of weird looking.
is my favorite reaction
smooth.
channel right now that we're doing, where no one can see the video.
Yeah, you can't see that. Sorry. I don't know. Put it on screen or something. Who fucking cares? Who fucking cares about YouTube? No, none of this. None of this. What do you guys think about voicemails?
Voicemails, let's go.
Yeah.
Gonna go? Okay. If you think of any other bright ideas, not likely, you can just shit. Where did I save the voicemails to? I'm gonna post them in the thing for you guys to see. Yeah, fuck. Oh, how embarrassing. Eleazar, cut this out.
Eleazar, reverb this part.
Oh, I'm a ghost.
No,
I shoot ghosts.
hold it. I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna find it really soon.
You know what music is
Super
missing?
soon.
Ghosts. Music needs to have ghosts in it more.
Yeah, all the people sing
How come- but
about
how come-
is like, oh, my baby left me. Nobody talks about, I fucking died. I got hit by a train. Now I'm a ghost.
I mean, ghosts as an instrument. Like you're listening to a song, and you just hear a big reverb ooh, in the background.
There's probably like Halloween themed songs where it's like, ooh, spooky time. I'm Skeleton Man. I got a ghost for a
Skeletons are
friend.
cool. The skeleton fandom,
Wibbly
the
wobbly
bony
woo.
fandom, was epic.
The Boney fandom.
Yeah, the skeleton fandom, the bonies. I was a bony, definitely. I am a skeleton trapped in flesh, and one day I will escape and rule the earth.
I found him.
Oh, you found him.
I found them. I found the voicemails. All right. First voicemail. I guess I'll put it in links. First voicemail. Ben made me cringe.
Oh, sick.
3, 2, 1, go.
So, like, I was with my coworker the other day, and I deadass used the phrase "my Kokoro wish" without even thinking, without even hesitating. I said that in real life to someone who is basically an internet virgin. And I 100% blame Ben Saint for that, and I want Ben to atone for his sins for making me say Kokoro wish in real life. It's his fault. It's all of your faults. So I expect compensation. Thank you very much. Keep making this podcast, because if you don't, I will actually kill myself.
Don't do that. That's
I don't have
cringe.
anything else to say, except, God damn, I'm so cringe.
He admits it.
He admitted it.
Just say Kokoro wish. More people need to say
He
it.
thought he was cringe for
We need to
saying it. I'd say I
Normalize
think
saying Kokoro wish.
I think it's more cringe. All of the other things he said. Kokoro wish is the
What
only
el-
thing that was cool.
He was just being cool. Why? What else? What did he do that was cringe?
I felt bad about saying Kokoro wish, and then he said he was going to kill himself
Stupid.
if we stopped making the podcast. And I was like,
Nah, that's fucking cringe. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Next one is called Please Help Me. So, all right, let's see.
About 4 months ago, I discovered a YouTuber by the name of Totally Not Mark. He then decided to start reviewing One Piece. So I started reading One Piece. Then YouTube's algorithm recommended to me almost 4 hour long lecture about One Piece. And that was you guys. And then I watched every other lecture from PCP University.
Based.
Nice.
I've listened to many of your podcasts. You've essentially ruined my life because I just love listening to you assholes talk about nothing. And I've started using based and cringe and just so
Nice.
many
What a
other
fucking
things in
nerd.
my day-to-day life
Epic.
that I've
What a
alienated
freaking
myself
loser.
from my friends and family. I have no one.
Yeah.
I have no one who understands
You gotta
why
defoo.
Sonichu is cringe. I have no one who understands why Surskett is based. I've never even read fucking Homestuck, and I know everything about Homestuck because of you people. You've ruined my life.
No, not
and
everything.
Damn.
it's up to you guys to
To fix it?
unruin my life. I have no social connections anymore. I spend
They've
all
all
my
eroded
time
away.
reading Tales Gets Trolled. I have spent hundreds of dollars on Animorphs books.
No.
Just cuts off.
Is that it? Is that the end?
You know, all right.
I could.
There's an added layer of interest to that. Totally Not Mark is a guy who Nexus Mania edits for. Nexus Mania, friend of the show,
Oh,
who has
Really?
drawn a Vaporette in your Vapors 2 book.
yes, he did. Yes.
So
yes.
everything's connected, which is
Nexus Mania. Now he's Kaiju-kun, right? That's his new handle.
is that allowed? I didn't even know that.
Yeah. He changed his handle. He commented on the last video because he left a voicemail.
Oh, okay,
Yeah. He's Kaiju-kun,
interesting.
right?
But that's serendipitous.
Sounds familiar.
strange. This is what happens when you're a big YouTuber like us. You get connected.
Yeah.
You know, you're in with the elites.
I mean, it's
you know,
funny.
you got
We're
webs
we're
of
not, like the
connection.
most connected, least viewed group of internet creators ever.
I wonder. I don't know.
I feel like
if that's true. It
our
might
connections
be.
go a lot further than our
Than we do.
and than our podcast at least would suggest.
I feel like you're right. I feel like you're right about that. But also, do you think that like a lot of big YouTubers exist like completely in isolation and like don't have any like
No,
connection
that's
to
that's
anyone?
probably not. Yeah, they probably talk to each other all the time. All of
Probably
them.
know a few. I would imagine most of them probably know a few. Of
I guess
their
in regards
own
to like
kind.
the ratio of bigness versus connectedness, you're pretty good.
Yeah, which sucks. I'd rather it be the other way around.
I did stumble across a podcast once, which was like a bunch of like big like Disney animators and like people and stuff, and they were getting like 100 views an episode.
and they were just like, and they were quoting the PCP and like saying,
Yeah,
"I'm just
yeah,
being
dude."
cool."
You know what? Disney is actually cringe, and they said they said that because of us
After-
saying it, because we invented
after-
those words.
after he dropped out, Bernie was doing streams and he was getting like 300 concurrent viewers, which is like,
so
I've had more than that before.
It's okay.
So it's like, oh god.
What was he playing?
Yeah, Minecraft, obviously.
We have to build a better society.
He was reacting to.
I'm gonna
he was
build a
reacting
better
to
society
the,
in Minecraft. Show you how it's done.
Here's
That's
building a
terrible for impression.
building a
but okay.
guillotine.
I've never done an impression of Boiny Sanders before.
Boiny Sanders.
Oh,
it's
me, Bernie Sanders.
It's me, Bernie Sanders. Hey, why do I keep watching this dang Muppet Show?
Fuck.
Is this stand up now?
I gotta run to the store soonish. We might have to lightning round some of these.
Oh shit.
Oh god, really? Okay, yeah, we can do that. We can do
Yeah.
that. All right. Fuck it. Here we go. I will just spit them out.
All right, 3, 2, 1.
Hey, this is a new baby bitch listener, Ik Ben Jam, and I was wondering Who in the podcast would be what fast food restaurant? Please discuss. Thank you. Bye.
Jesus Christ.
I don't know. I would be like Chippers, the fish and chip restaurant.
Dairy
I'm
Queen,
English.
because big booby.
Oh wow, Pog.
Yeah, that's pretty good. It's Poggers. I guess I would be Longhorn Steakhouse because I like meat. I don't.
Stupid.
Fuck you. Fuck you is the answer to this question. I would be Aldi. I'm fucking Aldi.
Yeah,
all right?
that's not
it's not a
fast-
restaurant.
Oh, okay.
It's not fast food, but that's because I'm too. I'm like the. Instead of going to fast food, I just go and I buy some raw avocados for 98 cents a piece, and I just eat them whole.
I mean, that's pretty fast.
Yeah, it's faster if you know what you're doing. If you're trying to speedrun eating.
But yeah, real answer, Whataburger, because what is a burger? There you go.
I've never had a Whataburger.
It's good. I like it a lot. They got good fries.
What a
Based.
burger gate.
You ever had Five Guys?
I have. It tasted like home cooking. As in, when I make it at home, it's bad. But it was okay.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
All right, a blast from the past. Oh, chip.
Ooh.
On the subject of pornography that thou all have been talking about for the last 2 episodes of the Pro Crastinators
yeah.
podcast, I,
Fuck yeah.
Oliver Cromwell, as the long-dead ancestor of one Mr. Gibbon Take, would like to speak up about the subject.
What the hell accent is this?
The fact that thou all seest
I
pornography
think it's Irish.
as something that's
I don't know.
okay to exist in the world at all is a telltale sign of its corruption on thy own natures. Thou art also close to realizing the ruinous
Was Oliver
effects
Cromwell
that porn
Irish? I
hath
don't think he was.
on the soul of every living man and woman, whether they want to partake in it or not, through thy example of Jaden animations. But thou havest not realized.
Havest.
I can only
thou
pray to
havest.
God that he will shine his light upon thy faces. Oh well, I'm off to chop off King Charles's head now. Have a good day.
I
And God
feel
be with you.
stupid because I kind of missed
God be with you, Reverend.
I kind of missed the crux of that, the main point of that is saying something about
too.
Jaden animations.
Something about.
It was something about the Jaden animations thing.
Oh,
We got on a whole
yeah,
big
that was
like
that
thing
was a
about
recent
it.
thing, wasn't it?
Yeah, the thing about whether it's okay to draw porn of Jaden animations. Answer yes.
My take is not a good look, but you do you. You know.
Eh.
I know one of the artists.
Why
who did
is
that.
it why is it a bad look? Why is it a worse look than
I mean,
porn of anyone else?
Because like Jane won't like it, and then she won't like you, and if you don't want that to happen, don't. I guess.
kind of think if she doesn't like it, that's her problem.
I know, but it's like I guess if you care about her opinion, which you
Yeah,
may or may not.
I think what it is like there's an implied
Well,
caring
okay.
about Jaden animations. If you are to draw porn of her, you probably care about her or like her content or know about her in any way. And so there's
Sure.
an implication that you don't want to piss her off or make her hate you. So like that's why it's
Mhm.
bad in its own
Steino,
like
who drew a
self-
bunch of stuff. Their kind of thing is they just think that the character design's really cute, and they don't really.
Yeah. So
even pay
like there's
attention
not
to Jaden
necessarily
herself at all.
any like problem for
Yeah.
the artist.
They like really like they like
Mhm.
looting like really cute like simple character designs, and they
Sure.
drew like a bunch of stuff, and art is pretty good, I'll say.
Yeah. I mean, the reason I was conflicted in the first place was because the art I had found was very good, and I was like, damn. I don't know whether I'm allowed, but then again, nobody cares, really. Nobody's watching me or judging me. So it's like, I guess it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, that's my take. That's my take as well.
Yeah, pretty much.
Hey, we got another one. Fuck.
Ooh, the forbidden
Good day and good tidings, gentlemen. Today we hear a tale as old as time, once more repeated, and not too long ago, within a cave that stretches deep below the
Hey,
surface
Minecraft.
and into the
Minecraft.
crust of the earth. There lie a book of legend. 'Twas known in centuries past as the Necronomicon, Book of the Dead. And so it was that an unlikely party of four, only 2 nights ago, would gather around the grave of a fallen warlord, clutching that elden text bound by human flesh, did they speak words stricken from the Latin tongue long ago. And the wind did cease, and the night
this
did
going?
fall silent. There came a rumbling as a hand rose from that grave, and a feared voice once more did speak. Konnichiwa.
No.
Benno-sa. Returno samurai Sigur. Okay. Until next time. Sayonara.
Fuck.
He got us. He's very good. That samurai.
I'm like,
You know-
I'm like 2 episodes behind. Is this still going on every episode?
Yes.
Fucking.
He's such a trickster god.
Oh
No.
my
Oh
goodness.
my god, that was impressive.
I don't know what he needs the scrolls for when he's got the Necronomicon, but I guess he's just
here's
just a matter of
why.
principle
Here's
at
why.
this point.
Books new, scrolls old. Old, new, good, bad. There you go.
Oh yeah. Scrolls much older, much better.
Necronoma scrolls.
We got more. We got more voicemails. Yeah, we're not done with voicemails.
Hole was way better than Nirvana. Okay.
Konnichiwa. I am a samurai warrior. You may remember me from a voicemail such as a jilted samurai, penis quiff, and you never catch me, Chris Hansen. Here on the Pro Crastinator podcast, we have a lot of laugh. But you know what not laughing matter? Betrayal. Did you know 2 million Americans are betrayed every day? And mostly by your traitor, Benno Sentosa. This must stop. With your help, we can stop betrayal and Benno Sentosa before it too late. Join the battle for honor. But until next time, sayonara.
Until next time.
Elazar, cut this out. This is propaganda. This is not allowed. This is banned
Not
here.
allowed.
Max game.
Here we go. Next one is Ik Ben Jam Faces the Music.
All right.
I know this guy.
Let's go.
All right, I'm back, and I want to talk about the last voicemail that I spent ages making, and I've come to realize now that you can't compare your friends to fast food restaurants. It's just nonsense, stupid, ridiculous.
Good.
And
I'm
I
glad
already
you
know
learned
that I'm in
this.
voice chill now. And when I die, I know I'm going to hell as well, and there's no repercussions for my sins. So the best I can do now is to go into a room alone and whip myself with cattails. So I like to make amends
So,
the best I
Until
can.
next time.
So see you then, guys. Bye.
See you then. See you in the next shitty voicemail that we'll make fun of.
I empathize with this man very much. There have been so many times where I've submitted a voicemail and then immediately messaged Nate and said, "Stop, delete it, please." It's like,
Wow.
it's
It's a good thing I wasn't in charge at the time because I don't engage in such
I don't
frippery.
negotiate with terrorists.
Absolutely not.
oh god. It's just like when you have a big coom and then you're like, what the fuck am I looking at? You know?
Oh fuck,
It's
shit.
like, this is gross. Delete it.
You look at your hand and you're like, I'm so fucked up, like
Yeah.
Shinji in that
And
one
below
thing.
it's the below.
Yeah.
To make amends.
To make amends.
We're in limbo. Oh, is that what he's doing?
right.
Oh, ooh, ooh, that's smart.
Ow, it
Ooh, ee,
My asshole.
ooh.
Well, he's slapping himself, I think.
Yeah. I'm empathizing.
You know, I'm not convinced. I think he's just clapping his cheeks. You know, I need some video evidence. Show me the scars.
Want to see him clap those cheeks, baby.
I mean that too. Everyone's fine.
We need video evidence of or robot of something else.
Something, whatever it is. Either way, we want to see it. We're hungry for anything. Next one, Tony, aka the Untitled Abridger.
All right.
If Donald Trump dies of COVID, does that mean I don't have to vote for Biden
Oh
anymore?
yeah, that's a thing.
No, they'll run Pence. So, but I mean, he won't win. So, I don't know, kinda, I guess.
They'll just keep Trump alive in a robot body. It'll be like Futurama. Put his head in a jar. They just so happen to have made that technology right now, and then he'll be president forever.
I mean, that's literally already the case.
What, the head in the jar
really?
thing?
No,
Yeah.
him being a robot. I mean, I don't know. It's pretty real to me.
Did you see? Okay, there was a picture of him, I guess, at the debate, and like you see him from the side, and like there's like a part in his hair on the side of his head, and like there's like a piece of his head that looks weird, almost like it's made of like metal or something. Wait.
I want to
Find
see
the image
this.
because I don't know what you mean.
I'm gonna see if I can. God, can I find the? It was floating around Twitter the other day. It was just like a weird. I didn't find any like explanation, for what it is.
I'd love for the image to be like an obvious Photoshop of him with like a nuclear rocket stuck to his head, or something.
No, it's like it was like a patch of some like. Didn't really look like metal. It was kind of brownish. Just looked like solid, like plastic maybe. It didn't have any like details on it. But it was like just the. Fuck! I can't find it, and I don't know what to Google in order to find it.
Maybe that's his brain handle.
I don't know. People
I have
were
one of
saying
those.
It's your brain faucet. You turn the thing and you speak.
Goopsh.
Trump head implant. Will I find anything? There it is.
Whoa!
Here it is.
Head implant.
Okay, this is just a detail photo. But copy image. This is what it looked like.
Oh.
Okay, it seems like it might be.
The
Well, yeah, it doesn't seem like anyone really figured it out, but it might be a bone implant hearing aid of some kind.
That is
well, he's an old man.
Maybe a hearing aid. I don't know what that is.
That does look like a cyborg, like iron hatch that you open and like plug
Well,
the
Yeah,
internet into.
it looks like you could like open it up and there's like a little plug.
It looks like bone. It looks very unpleasant looking. I don't like it. But like, yeah, in
Man, humans
in this
is
thread I'm looking
fucked.
at. Yeah.
This is like the least flattering image of a person you could ever have. It's like the ear center stage, just the corner of the eye off the side.
It is.
Oh.
It's gross. It's gross to be a brain and a skeleton in a flesh body. Yeah, bone implant hearing aid seems to be a pretty adequate explanation. That's what I'm gonna go with for the time. Okay, so mystery solved.
All
But
Weird.
yeah, but
Gross.
he's already a cyborg, so you're correct. Lol. Okay, next voicemail. Not samurai.mp3.
Oh, who could this
I'm
be?
skeptical, to say the least.
I don't know, man. I enjoy what's going on right now. It's nice to hear you and Tom talk about your things once in a week, but I don't know. I feel like y'all are trying to kill PCB as a brand by continuing forward with content. Maybe because of
Lol.
the cumulative drama of everything, Jesse rage quitted, Devu dropped off the face of the earth, Monkey
This is like
monkeyed
7 years
off
ago.
the face of the earth.
Yeah.
Mage went to Dreamland, and Munchie became a real
When's he gonna do
boy.
the
I don't know.
sayonara? When's he gonna?
But
Yeah.
I don't know. Y'all have a new show. I don't like anime though. I don't. I like y'all personalities. I grew up with y'all, kind of, in a way, over a couple years. I didn't get it. I didn't get Munchie's or Jesse's humor. I do now. I used to cringe at Digi, but I appreciate her for her willingness to defend her principles on free speech. I feel like you guys were my friends, and hearing what
Is this going
sounds
somewhere?
to me and probably the rest of us as the end of an era. It's a little bit sad.
All right,
Uh-huh.
sure.
It's coming out at a weird time too. I have a 1-year-old son and a wife. I didn't think I'd ever have these things when I clicked on Sonichu 101. A lecture
But
by
now,
Ben
because
Zane
you
about
did,
Chris
you
German.
have them now. You're welcome. You're welcome.
But, I guess I did, and this is what's happened, and it's time passing. That's it,
Is
man.
that it? Oh.
Yeah, sounds like it.
Well, I mean, you can mourn like the past, but
Oh, I really thought there was going to be a punchline.
I was thinking that, but like he kept going. I mean,
Mm.
sure, like the end of an era, it's sad. Like people feel it's sad. I can't like worry about that in the same way that other people do. And also, we were never your friends. That's the first mistake.
Yeah,
Well,
we made like we did have discussions about like the dangers of like a what's it called?
Parasocial relationships.
I think he knows that. I don't think he was saying. Yeah,
but like
I
that's
think
how he feels about it, and because he feels about it, he's like I've heard and seen people say, just end the show. Like what? Why should we end the show because you're feeling sad? It's not yours.
Right.
We're the guys making it.
Right, because it's like different. I don't know.
I mean, I liked, like, I certainly got a lot more entertainment out of a lot of the older episodes, but it's still nice. I still listen to it and enjoy it. Like,
wow, thanks.
Well,
wow, thanks a lot.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Don't kill me.
Shut the fuck up. It's hard for me to I've felt like it's the end of an era so many times that I think like I've kind of just internalized the lesson that like everything is change all the time.
The only constant is change.
Yeah. It's everything is the end of an era. No. It's weird. It's weird to even be thinking about like Mage hasn't been on in like 6 months. Devu hasn't been on in like years. Like Jesse hasn't been on in like over a year. He was at RadCon and that was like it. This is like past. This is like over and done. Munchie becoming a real boy. What does that even mean? I don't know. This tone of finality. People talk about it with a tone of finality.
Well, yeah, like that, today is the last time anything will ever happen.
But like nothing is ever final, and life is change.
I know.
It's a river.
The real sadness that they're having is that like it's not going to bounce back and suddenly be like it was. And they're coming to terms with the fact that the past is the past this time. Because like I don't know, the PCP has always had like a rotating cast of characters, and some of them are just not coming back. And they're just sort of coming to terms with that, and I'm like, okay, I sympathize.
So many
I just
times
don't.
Before, I don't understand. I don't know if I sympathize anymore. I feel like we've had enough of this. I feel like this has gone on enough times. And it's like, do you not get it yet? Do you not understand that nothing ever stays the same?
Yeah, I mean, I don't like agree that like. I don't think that there's nothing to it. I just think it's kind of an old meme at this point to be like tired of the way the show is like being sad about the end of an era. Like it's almost it's itself a meme that needs to die.
Man,
yeah,
I'm sad.
Yeah,
I miss
I agree with that.
when you all reviewed Pony. Man, go back to it, please.
Yeah,
please,
we always joke about having to go back, and it's like I think the thing that's getting me is that people aren't like, I don't know, they seem actually distressed about this. There's like people memeing about like, oh, we have to go back. It's like half ironic. It's like, oh, Pony was really cool and all that. Like it's an era that's gone and we'll never have it back. And it's silly, but it was fun.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, previous PCP times, like it was a different flavor, and it's like, yeah, it's gone. It's not going to be exactly the same as it was, but like people don't seem to be able to like have a laugh about that. They just seem sad, and it's annoying.
I don't want to shit on this guy in specific
No,
too much.
no.
I'm not like bothered by him saying anything that he said. But the
I shouldn't have said annoying. It's not what I mean.
yeah, sure. I know what you mean. The general, okay, like when we talk about like, haha, we have to go back to the pony days. When we're nostalgic for the pony days, it's because, I mean, it was I don't know, like that was like an external circumstance that made things fun. It was like a fun time to be like breaking into the YouTube sphere or whatever. And then, but like to say it now, to say, I don't know, if like you prefer if you prefer the older episodes to the newer episodes, fair enough. But to want to go back, like to ask to go back, is to like, in this case, when you're talking about the PCP, like what you mean is like those people that have like declined to be on the show anymore, is like make them come back. And it's like, well, how would you even do that? Like it kind of doesn't even make sense. Like your request is sort of nonsense when you really think about it. Am I making sense here?
Yeah, I mean, I feel
like,
like
why would you wish someone to do something that they have like made it expressly clear that they wish not to do?
It's not even just that. It's that, yeah. But like, even if they do realize that, you know, talking to us about it isn't going to force them to come back. Sure. It's the either they come back or you end the podcast because I don't like it now.
Oh yeah.
Like I just don't get that. Like it feels almost what's the word?
That's
entitled weird. To say.
Entitled. Yeah.
I don't know.
No, I agree. I agree with that. It's very stupid. Very cringe.
I don't know.
And I don't want to be too mean to this specific voicemailer or anything. I mean, he's not like a big problem. He's not causing me a big problem.
This is just a jumping off point for the
I get
the
where he's coming from. Like I was a little sad when you guys stopped doing pony stuff, and then I'm like, oh wait, the other stuff you're doing is cool, and then I followed over, and then I stopped doing pony stuff, and it's like that was freeing. Like being away from it was actually the best decision I ever made. And so like if Munchie's going off, Munchie going off being a real boy, you know, quote unquote. Like I don't even know what that means, but okay, sure. But I'm sure like it's really good for him though, and that's good if it is. I hope he's having a good time.
I mean, he's doing what he wants to do.
Yeah.
As is everyone else, whether they choose to come on the show or not. It's their own choice. And do you not want them to like do as they wish? Like whatever. It is what it is. And everyone is acting according to their own agency. And why would you have it any other way? Why wish for something else? What's the point? It's terrible. Stupid. It's like, okay. I feel like we've gone on too long about this, but the last thing I say is the tone. And like, I actually really appreciated the comments in the last episode. A lot of people really liked the Cybershell episode. They thought he was a good guest. They thought the conversation was entertaining. A lot of positive comments. That's fine. But on like some of the episodes that people have complained about, the feeling that they are complaining at the people on the podcast about people choosing not to be on. Yeah. Like it's like we're the ones like it's our fault for the ones that chose not to be here. Like how it doesn't make any sense. But I guess there's no one else. If they're not in the podcast, you can't leave a comment at them. We're the only ones you can criticize because we're the only ones here. I really hate that attitude. Fuck you, commenters.
Yeah, it's just like, well, we've talked about it enough. Next voicemail.
Yeah, it's more than enough.
This one is morality free, electric jamboree.
So the original voicemail about morality that I sent was in response to a discussion you guys were having where you were trying to find ways to like define or to describe a moral system. I offered the terms of utilitarianism in a goofy, dumb way, and then elaborated on what I actually meant by that in the next week, where I was saying, when taken to its logical conclusion, utilitarianism just means to look at the utility of actions on a case-by-case basis and make moral decisions based on that. Tom, last week, said basically that he agrees that is a good way to describe how people think morally, and then said that my original voicemail was dumb because I was offering utilitarianism as a way to as that system but like the second voicemail was just a definition for the first voicemail. So if you agree with the second, you agree with the first. Also, it was brought up like, oh, I don't trust humans to be able to figure out the utility of each action. And like, the human fallibility is not something specific to this way of thinking. That's a critique of every moral framework you could come up with. That's like, I'm not saying that this is something that transcends the limitations of our minds. This is just a responsible way to handle things, and it's the way that people generally do handle things. So I was accurate, and it's a good like thing. So everyone agrees. I am right. All your disagreements are just different ways of saying you agree with me.
All right. I don't know.
That's a pretty good dunk. Pretty good dunk on us, I think.
I haven't listened to this guy's voicemails, but I feel like utilitarianism in this way of just finding the utility is useful some of the time, but not all of the time. Like, I think
what he's
because like with a case like the Jaden animation,
I think you're falling into the trap that he describes.
No. I'm saying that like for things like life and death, utilitarianism in terms of like maximizing the number of lives saved, right? Is that how you would use that?
I think,
but like on a smaller scale, I don't know. You can't, like, let's say somebody tells a joke and somebody doesn't like it. Utilitarianism might end up with that person, like, since it's only one person, and more people than that person enjoyed the joke, then the joke should be said, or it should be allowed, or whatever. And it's a little more complex than that all the time.
His first email was, utilitarianism means like whatever causes the most utility. And me and Tom were like, yeah, but what is utility? How do you determine utility? His second one was like, yeah, what I'm saying is I'm not proposing that like we use this as a universally agreed upon yardstick to be applied across the board. The idea is that each situation should be judged in a case by case basis, but with the understanding that like what we are looking for is a resolution that maximizes utility. So he's saying
that to me that sounds incomplete.
I just don't know how.
Though. I
don't know what is like on a large scale and a small scale. What is utility in like if we come up with two different examples?
Well, it's whatever you think it is. It's whatever you think it is.
I mean,
it doesn't really answer
my
the
thought,
moral questions.
Like I don't know. Let's say something like a trigger warning or whatever. Somebody gets triggered by something, but most people don't, and they're fine with it. Should the warning be in place? I guess it's easy just to put a warning in place. I guess the thing would be like,
if you don't
should
like
you
the
not
warning,
say the
just
thing?
Ignore it.
If it's not about that. It's like, should you put a word in a thing if one person will be upset and hundreds of thousands of people would not be upset? Does utilitarianism have any like relevance there at all? Should you just not say it because there's anybody like utility is like you're choosing the better of two options, and I don't know how you would like judge it in every situation. It feels like the word utility does not work in all those different things.
I really think you're falling into the exact trap that he described, because I think
I don't even know what he's saying. I don't know what utility means.
Let me
send another voicemail. Send another 3 voicemails.
No, what he is saying is that you would just like that situation you describe. You would just have to look at it and make some sort of like calculus of like, okay, well, how many people will be triggered by this thing? How much distress will that cause them? Versus how much will, including this element in the work, improve its themes or improve its quality in a way that like is enjoyed by more people. Like which does the negative outweigh the positive? And just be like, well, I don't know. What do you think? Do you think it does, or do you think it doesn't? And like that's the decision making.
I think,
and it's not,
It's very dependent on the whims of the society that you're in, too. Like, if you have a society that really hates gay people, then maybe it's more utility to just kill the gays, because then you make more people happy if it's only a few, right?
What the fuck?
I'm just, I don't agree with that. Obviously.
I think the thing I'm having trouble with is like when it comes to like an individual. You think of a situation, you're like, okay, what is the most utility you can get out of this? It sort of is so wide-ranging the term has no meaning whatsoever. It really just is do whatever you feel like in the moment.
It just means whatever you think is good.
Yeah, so therefore it is a
just means
completely
anything you
useless
think
term,
is
and I
good.
don't know why it's even being used in such a like a wide way.
I mean, I guess I agree in that if you're going to be like, yeah, my moral system is utilitarianism, by which I mean that I do things that I think will have outcomes that I feel are good. And like, yeah,
But what are
I guess
the
that is
outcomes that you think are good? You haven't really answered that question. That's why.
I mean,
it's
the thing I was talking about.
I think you've convinced me that it is a little overly broad.
Yeah, like the thing I was talking about, I think before a couple of weeks ago, was that morality it's impossible to have one rule that fits everything, and having multiple different specific rules for every possible eventuality cannot have a single concept applied to all of them. So it's like, fuck it.
Fuck it. Fuck it.
I mean, it's all it's all opinion anyway. At the end of the day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Based. Next one. Here we go.
Oh, Squadzilla. Let's.
Hey, Tom, I just wanted you to know that you have some competition on the Godzilla podcast front by none other than Maddox.
What?
He has a Godzilla podcast called Godzilla versus Podcast Zero. Just thought that was pretty fucking funny.
Godzilla versus Podcast Zero?
Is that like a themed podcast or just an episode of a Maddox podcast? Sounds like an episode.
No, it's Haley Mancini and Maddox Rules. No, it's an entire podcast about Godzilla, starring Maddox and this Haley person.
Kill it.
What the fuck? Okay, that's weird. That's funny. Did they know about this? It's been going since February of last year.
You should feud. You should fight. You should call them out.
They should definitely start beef. They should definitely start beef with Maddox.
I mean,
in fact, they should sue Maddox for stealing their idea.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't know where this podcast is located.
Yeah, I see there's a Twitter account, but I certainly don't see a podcast. I can't find like where it is in space. I'm getting a little lost looking for it, to be honest. Squadzilla though I can find easily. That's right there. That's imminent.
Yeah.
Immediate. Tangible. Fuck yeah. Okay, funny. Funny shit. Here we go. From Tony again.
Yo, Tony again here. I actually have something to say this time. I appreciate how at the end of the Tails Gets Trolled video, when you're talking about gender pronouns and crap like that, that you somehow managed to like circle around and independently discover the idea of gender abolitionism. And hell yeah, brothers. Fuck pronouns. Don't have them. Fuck gender roles. Don't have them. Fuck gendered expectations. Don't have them. If I see a person walking down the street, I shouldn't assume that they should look a certain way. That's weird.
Yeah. You say that I independently arrived at it, but like no, I think I probably would have described myself as a gender abolitionist for a while now.
I think we've all had that. Even before Nate left, I remember having a conversation about gender, and he was like, "Yeah, like it doesn't necessarily need to have all of the stereotypes enforced. It's all arbitrary," and we all agree with that. It's just like, I think a little like real, like it's a fanciful idea that is hard to implement, and it's just sort of like easier to play along with. You know, if you decide that you like wearing makeup and wearing dresses and having long hair and all that, then I guess it's easier to just call yourself a female because that's what people expect, and it's easy. It just smooths things over.
I don't agree with that.
No,
I don't agree with that. No, I mean,
I agree. I agree that you should be able,
and only if you want to call yourself a female, irrespective of whether you like makeup or whatever.
Sure. I mean, I feel like I would want to do that because it fits with everything else. Like I like people calling me she.
Yeah, I mean, I can understand if the way you are is more in line with what is societally expected of the female species. I understand that, like, maybe that makes it more comfortable for you or whatever to do that.
Yeah. It's because
so
I
understand what you're saying.
I grew up in a society, and these expectations are like burned into my brain that I can't easily just completely forget them. But I do agree that, like, it would be better to not have them in any way at all. Like, you should teach kids that it doesn't matter, and then maybe they won't have as much of like a feeling about it, and it wouldn't be an issue in the future.
It'd be the most based.
Yes.
It'd be the most possible, the most based we could get on a scale of cringe to base. Okay, sick. Next one.
Digimon Fox.
Yeah.
Well, we're talking about Digimon on the last episode, and
hell yeah,
I am a Digimon fanatic. I've watched literally every series, like twice, even the shit ones, even season 6. And I just want to say, Tamer's easily the best one, but Tom brought up that I think Hercules Kabuterimon wasn't shown, and he is an idiot for that, because Hercules Kabuterimon and all the original Season 1 cast Mega Evolutions were shown in Digimon Try, the movie series. You fool. You absolute moron. Also, Digimon Adventure 2020, Tom, is back. It's airing again, and you should watch it because it's really fucking good. It's just real good. It's fucking sick, and you should watch it. And Digimon is sick, and thank you for talking about Digimon. It's the best thing ever. Thank you.
I'm glad that this guy got to flex his nerd knowledge about Digimon. I bet he doesn't get opportunities to do that often. To dunk on someone.
I was a Digimon boy growing up, but I wasn't super into it.
I was into the first series, and then I fell off it after they like replaced the main cast.
I had the VHS of the first like 3 episodes of Digimon, and I was annoyed because a VHS only had 3 episodes, and I was like, damn, how many VHSs am I gonna have to buy? This is too much. Fuck this. And I never tried to get any more.
I saw Tamers on TV, and it was cool. My parents bought the Digimon World for the PS1, and I think this was a discussion on the PCP recently, that your Digimon will take giant shits on the floor, and you have to like scold them for it.
No, you just clean them up, right?
Yeah, you can clean them up, and then you have to yell at them so that they don't do it again. And there's also a giant poop Digimon.
Well, where else are they gonna shit?
I don't know. I don't remember Pokemon shitting. Lame.
Well, you know, no, I watched I think I talked about Digital Dream, the guy with like a couple thousand subscribers, and I don't know if I specified, but I was watching him. I watched tutorials on him on how to like, basically on how to like digivolve your Digimon in like the latest release of the cyber pet or whatever they're called, digital pets, and it's really funny that, like, you know, the screen is so small. Like, even, like, the biggest your Digimon can be is, like, you know, 10 pixels high, right? 12 pixels high or whatever. Like, and, like, so, like, you know, you got small ones that are just a little blob. Then you got, like, bigger ones. And then you got ones that fill up the screen. But even ones that fill up the screen are maybe just, like, a little, like, 6-foot-tall Agumon. But then, like, you got, like, Exo fucking Galaxy Supernovamon or whatever. That is, like, that is, like, a fucking cosmic... Yeah, that's, like, 50,000 feet tall and, like, contains the entire universe, like, within itself. And it's, like, it's the same, like, 12 pixels high.
Yeah.
It looks identical. Yeah, I was like trying to strategize, like which one of these would I want to go for? Like which would be the most powerful? Base.
The only other Digimon thing I know recently that I've seen is the Pokemon have good women. They do. I think they're pretty good sometimes. And I saw this character and I thought, cute. I like them. That's a Digimon girl. I don't know her name.
That's a Digimon girl?
Yeah, she's from like a new game.
Pretty cute.
But
it's pretty cute.
Looks like a cup to me.
Yeah.
No.
Oh no.
She's like, it looks like an airline. She looks like she works for an airline.
She looks like she works as a receptionist and she hates you for asking questions.
Okay, I found their name, like Date Makiko or something. It's like it says like cyber sleuth, so I guess she's like an investigator. I don't know what's going on, but good character.
Okay,
design.
I guess she might
like
be a little bit of a cop. Might be a little bit of a cop then.
I like that she's
cool.
mad at you. That's good. That's a good one.
Yeah, she's always pissed off, which is epic.
I looked at Digital Dream again yesterday, and his newest video is a like Digimon fan song called like it's like a Halloween cover of the Monster Mash, but it's like with the lyrics changed to be about Digimon.
Oh, dude!
But it's but it's kind of good. Like it's like a hard rock cover with like electric guitars and drums and shit.
Oh shit!
And like it's like well produced and kind of good. You know,
Damn.
for what if you can accept the absurd premise, he executed it with aplomb. I just think it's very funny. Everyone go subscribe to Digital Dream. That guy's sick.
Yeah, don't subscribe to Regular Dream. He sucks.
Yeah, no, fuck that guy. Like there's some guy called Regular Dream who's like got like hundreds of thousands of followers. You're like, nah.
Hey guys, I
like
just had another
version.
dream. Gonna make a vlog about it.
No, I'm talking about fucking Minecraft YouTuber Dream, who's actually kind of good videos actually. But
is there actually someone?
Yeah,
I didn't know.
He speedruns Minecraft while his friends try to kill him, and it's genuinely really exciting videos. And he's too
funny.
good. He's too good at the game, but everyone knows.
That sounds very.
He's
funny.
too popular. We can't talk about him. That's stupid.
No. He'll kill us.
Yeah.
He will send his lawyers after us to kill us.
We're basically, by talking about him, we're making the rich richer. We shouldn't do that.
Damn it! And Eleazar, edit it out. Bleep it. No, don't bleep it.
Oh, I love Pee Pee Poo Poo 9. I love this.
Pee Pee Poo Poo 9. Let's go.
Konnichiwa.
Fuck. No.
Samurai.
No.
Avuwando.
Fuck.
Samurai, Fako Death, and Waru Samurai tell story about the Necronomicon. He steal Skuroru right from Benno pocket.
It can't
and now,
be true.
What did you keep
I
in your
shall
pocket, Ben?
read from
My scrolls.
ancient
Wait,
Samurai
where are those fucking
Skuroru.
scrolls? No. What am I gonna wipe my
I
ass
did
with
it
now?
because I crave to be in your shoes. Joshi is the sweetest and the most powerful samurai in the world. I imagine she smell like a sakura blossom and honor your house, your girlfriend, your rightfulness. I want to be you. I crave be you. And for that brief moment, I was inside your house with your girlfriend. In that moment, I was you, and it was great honor. Wait, this not samurai scroll, Benno, this cringe. What the fuck is that? Fuck you, Benno Sento-san. But until next time, sayonara.
I was just memeing. I just wrote it as a joke.
I'm no samurai looking like a snack. You can be my girlfriend, samurai.
It tastes like.
Hit me up.
She does smell. She does smell like sakura blossoms in honor, though. Let's be real.
I know the smell of honor too well.
Let's be fucking real. Fuck. Here we go. Here we go.
Your good podcast poise from
I think it's supposed to be boys.
Nate Bestman, more like Nate Bustman. Digine, more like
True.
Digine neglecting her podcast. Endless Jess, more like endless. Just kidding, that guy ended a long time ago. Munchy Shatsky, more like Munchy shan't be on the podcast anymore because he's
Is this
something.
like pitched down Kazi?
Anyways, it's a good show. I really like the show. It's a really good podcast. I love you, Ben. I love you, Tom. I love you, Hippo Gibbo-chan. Bye.
Is
Cool. It almost could be pitched down.
Is that?
But I don't think so.
I mean, I was getting furry voice vibes, so you never know.
Oh dear.
No.
There's another clue. Another clue on the pile to be sleuthed by Date Makiko.
Yeah.
Yeah, bringing it back.
I like the obvious jokes were avoided. Good job.
I was waiting for Munchie Shitsky, but it never came. Just like me.
Ah, you did the annoying obvious sex joke.
Fuck yeah.
Okay, top 10 albums potentially related to butt sex. All right, I'm intrigued.
Number 10, The Beatles, Magical Mystery Tour. Number 9, The Stooges, Raw Power. Number 8, Michael Jackson, Thriller. Number 7, Pantera, Vulgar Display of Power. Number 6,
yeah, for sure.
Cursive, The Ugly Organ. Number 5, Sigur Ros, open parenthesis, close parenthesis. Number 4, Mos Def, Black on Both Sides. Number 3, Miles Davis, Bitches Brew. Number 2, Minor Threat, Out of Step. Number 1, John Coltrane, My Favorite Things.
Okay.
My favorite things, singular butt sex.
It's actually just about one thing.
Is the like closed parentheses, open parentheses thing like meant to look like a butthole? Did I get that?
I think so.
Let me see. Let me look up.
Sigur Ros.
Oh
wait.
Sigur Ros.
Or is it like that? Which way was it?
I think he said open parentheses, close parentheses.
Yeah.
I guess it is a butthole.
Yeah. No. The album is.
Sigur Ros is. Wait, is that a?
This is what it looks like. This is what the album cover looks like.
Oh, it is. It's the band that Kezi likes. It's another Kezi.
It is.
Oh
yes.
right. You could put the goatsy hands on that, pulling it open. That could work.
Oh, dude, it's Gaper Mario.
Let me tell you a story about Goatsy.
Yeah.
Not really. There's a bagel shop down my street.
Oh no.
It's called and their logo.
Stop
their
right
logo
there.
is no. Their logo is like a cartoon girl. It's like a bust, it's like from like the shoulders up.
Yeah.
But she's holding a bagel and looking at it. But she's holding it with both hands in a way that kind of looks like she's goatseeing it.
She's grabbing that po-nut. Oh my god.
Basically.
What is the brand called? Could we Google it?
It's called I'd rather not say because it's like close to my. Well, I'll put it in the chat.
Okay.
Put it.
I don't know if like there's chains of it.
I haven't heard of it, but maybe.
No, I think it's just one. It's like I've said more or less where I live before. If someone wanted a fucking piece, it's called Goldilox. I've already said that I live near Tufts University, so yeah, there's a bagel place in my neighborhood called Goldilox.
I didn't know you lived near there. Oh, I'll see you soon.
It's true. It's oh fuck. Yeah, but do they have the so you see the resemblance, right?
I didn't realize her face would look so derpy.
Wait,
I was thinking of like a Wendy's girl.
It kind of looks like your art style a little bit.
It does.
Not gonna lie.
A little bit, yeah, a little bit. You gotta draw her, Gib. You gotta put her in a comic.
Oh no.
But the story is, I was walking by on the way to the post office to send off some more copies of Vapors 2, available now on my Twitter feed.
Oh fuck.
Oh fuck.
Shit.
And on my way back, on the way there, I walked by them and they were playing music inside, and I heard a couple notes that I recognized. I was like, wait a minute, what is that? What is that song? What is this? Is that like a Disney musical? Is that like from a movie or something? Like, why do I recognize that? That's so familiar. And I went back and I listened and I realized, no, they were playing Bad Religion. They were playing like an old Bad Religion song from like one of their like earlier albums. And I was like, oh, fuck yeah. These guys are old school punks. So I went and I delivered my shit. And on the way back, I was like, you know what? I don't even want bagels. I wouldn't eat them because they're not keto. But I'm going to just buy like a dozen bagels from these people and just give them to my housemates because, like, fuck it. have
Yeah.
them, have some, because I would want to give them my business because they like a band that I like, and
based.
But I went up to the door and I rang, and like they didn't answer. I think they're doing some weird thing with like because of COVID. I think they're like they're open for like you have to like call ahead of time and order or something. I don't know if they do, just like so I was not able to complete the transaction.
Darn.
But I tried.
Ripperoni.
And, I'll maybe in the future I will, Lamau. Yeah. Cool. So that's that voicemail. Where's the next voicemail?
How many more do we
Here you go.
have?
Yeah, how many?
Like 8.
Oh my god.
Okay.
We're most of the way through.
Okay. Part 1. Let's go.
Look, we need a direct democracy. And the problem is, like, representative democracies, right? The reason why they exist is because of 2 reasons. One, because direct democracy used to be impractical before the digital age, before the internet age. And number 2, because if you have like a politician, they're expected to know about political things, you know what I mean? And like you can't expect the average person to know everything. Well, you can, but they won't. And the problem with direct democracy is that the average person is retarded, like really dumb. Like the average person doesn't care about anything and they're stupid. Really, just open your eyes and you'll see it. But the thing is, like, you think the solution, right? You only let smart people vote, right? And then you'd be like, well, how do you define a smart person, right? Is it because there are people who are very intelligent who would be extremely unknowledgeable and would make poor decisions. So I guess you'd have to test their knowledge, but you'd also have to like make sure they're not like really dumb and would just come to the wrong conclusion. And, you know, maybe the solution to that is to simply only take votes from a intelligent group of people, or only take votes from the most intelligent group of people. For example, white males.
Yay, we got there. We got there. Woo! Was that ironic? Was that like, was the point there that like, wait, was the point that we actually do need a direct democracy, or was that the joke that it would be stupid?
I think joke.
I mean, I feel like there was an implication that you could technically do a direct democracy on your phones. Vote now with your phones. If there was like live stream Senate man is like, all right, we're gonna vote on this thing, and then vote now with your phones. Do you like it? Do you hate it? And then everyone who gives a shit will use the app, whether they're stupid or not, and then we'll know. I think that could work.
Well, we can find out who's stupid by how they vote.
Is it so?
Then kill them.
That was called part 1. Is there a part 2?
No.
Okay, thank God.
Maybe. Yeah, agreed. That's plenty. Wait, I want to say I saw a great tweet. I saw a great tweet today from my boy on Twitter, Posadis Trap God. Wait, what's his name? Well, he goes by Aaron Dolphin Emoji now. Whatever. Posadis Trap God with no O on the Trap God. He said democratic socialism is, well, he said it was an oxymoron, but he meant redundant. He said democratic socialism is redundant because socialism is inherently democratic. And you know what? He's fucking right. That's your education. That's everyone's fucking anarchist education for this episode. That's me going on my political rant that'll make everybody unsubscribe. Cool.
I am being messaged frantically that we gotta go to the store because it's gonna close.
No. Okay. We ran too long. I'm sorry.
Darn.
It's on us. It's on us. We've got like a couple more.
It's all right. What happens with those? Are you gonna try and do them yourself, or next week, or what?
No,
what
there's
happens?
no way we could bear the burden of doing.
We have to. We must soldier on. We must listen to the last 7 voicemails. I'm sorry, we have no choice. There's no alternative. There's no way. If only there was some way we could cease to do it, but we cannot.
Okay,
I'm sorry.
Oblivion, it was great having you on. If you
yes,
dip
thank
now.
you for coming on. Thanks for being a guest, buddy.
Thanks for having me be gay. It's good.
Everybody subscribe to Oblivion Fall. It's on YouTube.
Yeah, or the After Dark. That's the big one now. Like my secondary channel. Yeah, I put Comezone on there when it had 100 subscribers. Now it has 60,000, and it surpassed my main. So I gotta maybe rebrand. I don't know what's gonna happen, but yeah.
Cool. Yeah, go check out if you haven't seen Comezone. Wait, is it Comezone?
Yeah,
is
welcome.
The first
welcome
one is
to
the
the
Comezone.
Comezone, and then the other.
Go check out that.
Yeah, the others are linked.
Check out the other. Check out all the Oblivion Fall links down in the thing. Yes, thank you for being on.
Yeah, you're welcome. And this is FYI. The last time I was on a podcast, also had to leave early because of going to the store. That was a podcast.
Fuck the store.
That was a podcast with A and Y and Keyframe. If you remember those names.
I remember A and Y and Keyframe. Wait, when was that? How long ago?
Oh, it was
probably like 20 years ago.
Well, that podcast was like 2 years ago.
I mean, even 2 years ago was past the heyday.
Oh yeah, I was out of the community.
Yeah,
but Key escaped with me. Key also works at DAGames, so we're coworkers.
Oh yeah. Oh, you are.
Yeah.
I see Keyframe. I'll see a tweet of hers like every once in a while. She's like, I don't know. I'm like peripherally aware of Keyframe, and everyone I'm like, huh? So she got like a real job, huh? That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy shit.
She even the backgrounds for the Cuphead animation, the real big one, those are real physical watercolor paintings that Key did. So.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Fancy.
Well, I guess
that's a very.
I guess that's the podcast.
I guess that's the podcast.
Wow.
Bye.
Bye.
See ya.
Okay. Next one is called Society. 3, 2, 1, go.
I think we should all mature as a species. We should stop pretending that memes need to be confined to the internet. We need to use memes in real life.
Yeah.
Based, cringe, cuck.
Say Kokoro Wish.
Cringe,
Say
cuck.
Kokoro Wish.
Based, cringe, cuck. Based, cringe, cuck.
Based, cringe, cuck. Everybody get hype for based, cringe, cuck.
I can't. I can't
fucking,
do it.
You will now.
I say based in real life. That's okay.
I say based in real life. I would say, well, not in every company, but I would say Kokoro Wish in real life. I would call something my Kokoro Wish. I've done that.
You're my Kokoro bitch.
No. I cannot wait for the next time I get the opportunity to embarrass myself and then flawlessly recover by saying I'm just being cool. That's gonna be a hell of a time.
I never think to. I think it's just like when I say something embarrassing, I don't really realize that it was embarrassing, and then by the time I could have said something, someone else is like, I don't know, the awkward silence is set in, and so I stumble. I don't really get the good opportunity to say, "Hey, I'm just being cool," like in a retaliatory sort of way.
I get embarrassed when I'm talking sometimes, but like, I don't know if it's always about things that are genuinely embarrassing, and I think that maybe I don't notice when I say things that are genuinely embarrassing. So I think there would probably be times when I would say I'm just being cool, but it would be in a context where like I thought that I needed to say it, but it didn't really need to be said, and like it would have been better somewhere else. It's true. You really gotta have a high self-awareness stat
you gotta like
to
go
know
into,
exactly when to employ it.
You've got to like hold it in your back pocket as like a safety measure when you are like pretty sure that the people in your company are not gonna like the thing you're about to say.
It's for emergencies only.
Yeah. Like, do these people like this kind of humor? I don't know. I'll just say I'm being cool in case.
I'll just say I got a really funny racist thing I want to say, but are these people racist? Well, if they're not, I just say I'm being cool afterwards. That's what it's for. That's secretly what it's for. Ah, shit. You know what? Don't use it anymore. Don't use it. It's not a trick. You're not allowed to.
It's a PCP dog whistle.
It is a PCP dog whistle. It is, though. Okay, next one. Anon Moose PCP Loyalist. 3, 2, 1, go.
Ben the Saint, you claim nothing is happening behind the scenes, but that's exactly what someone who was hiding something would say. Your move, cowboy.
What do you think?
He's right. everything is happening behind the scenes.
In fact, there
it's like
is no the front of the scenes.
It's like a big Rube Goldberg machine back here in the land of inside baseball.
Rude Gold
there's
Boy.
Moving parts, moving pieces, big, the likes of which you've never seen. Cosmic powers.
You know,
outstripping everything.
If you think about it, the entire universe is behind a scene that we are not privy to. There's like outside the universe, there's like a curtain, and behind the curtain is us. So everything's behind the scenes. Nothing will ever be on the scenes.
Oh my god. And that means therefore, if you say that nothing's happening behind the scenes, then you mean everything is happening in the universe.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Next voicemail. Oh, we got Anon Moose PCP Loyalist PS postscript, I guess. 3, 2, 1, go.
Also about free the nipple, like, no, women are cringe, dude. Hippo and Digi have been better women than, like, most women. Well, they are what you know what I mean.
I don't know what you mean.
They're better women than most? Is that what he said?
Is he saying, is that because you two don't show the nipple? Is the implication there that most women do show the nipple? And it's bad?
I'll take the compliment. I don't even know what he meant, really, but yes, thanks.
No. I don't understand this guy. I don't understand what this guy is talking about.
If he says that I'm gooder than someone else, that's good. I like feeling superior.
I'll take it. I'll take any compliment under any circumstances. Next one is going to be based. Ben is (parentheses) not a sexist. Or wait. 3, 2, 1, go.
A man is allowed to beat his wife so long as it is no thicker than his thumb.
What,
that is the origins of the saying rule of thumb. You could instead just say rule.
Okay, I don't know why the music kicked in. You mean if the rod was no thicker than his thumb? That's what you're trying to say. Yeah, he's good.
Only
good.
cowards beat their wife with a rod. Use your bare fists.
Yeah, if you keeps you on your edge. You gotta be able to keeps a marriage strong if you can beat your wife in a bare knuckle fist fight, in a fair fight. You know, that's what it takes. If you're using a rod, you've given up. You better end up with blood on your knuckles after the beating, or you're not a real man. Woo! Next one. Next move. That voicemail sucked. It wasn't even about me.
I think it may have been in response to you saying rule of thumb sometime.
Oh, did I?
Oh,
yeah, fuck it.
It doesn't matter. It's fucking...
No, it's terrible. Terrible. Voice jail? No.
For you, Ben Saint? For saying that?
No. Let's. Okay, moving on. No. We will not convene a vote on that question. Next one. If Monsoon was retarded. 3, 2, 1, go.
You are the only one to grow up on the kill fields. War's a cruel parent, but an effective teacher. Final lesson carved deep into my psyche. This world, all of its people are diseased. Free will, it's a myth. Religion is a joke.
What is
We're all
this?
pawns controlled by something greater. Memes, the DNA of the soul, to shape our will and our culture.
I think this is this Metal Gear Solid 2?
Pass on. Expose someone to anger long enough.
Monsoon?
They'll learn to hate.
I don't know.
They become a carrier. Envy. Fear. Despair.
What is this?
All memes. All passed on.
Is that like Forrest Gump
can't fight nature,
OST?
Jack. Wind blows. Rain falls. And it's strong.
I'm skipping.
Free upon the way.
No, I'm done. No more. This sucks. Fuck it. Thanks for the voicemail, idiot. Next one is, oh god, it's more. It's the same. It's if Raiden was also retarded. Okay, whatever. 3, 2, 1, go.
Reckon you're right about me. I mean, I knew something was off after the Patriots.
All right, no.
I thought
thanks.
I could
No,
walk
fuck
off
you.
the
Nah, get
battlefield
fucked.
into a normal.
Nah, that sucks. Nah, you fucking piece of shit. Let's spend 15 minutes talking about how shitty all our fans are.
No.
All right. Thanks for calling in. Next one. Oh god, it's the same guy. Armstrong is a PCP fan. 3, 2, 1, go.
You know what? I had a dream. One day, every husband at the
I
house
hate you.
to control
I
your
hate
own
you
destiny.
so much.
I suffer for the footy too, right? I always got your accent, not words. So very strength. That's correct.
No,
this
to suit the
is
individual,
like
not the other way around.
riddle my ass
For power
Batman
and justice, I
vibes,
rock
but
it
like
right
without
along.
the
In
smart
arms
comedy
of the
bit.
hero.
a little bit. There's no joke. The joke is just what if I read dialogue in like a terrible voice that you can't understand. Okay, no more. I'm putting an end to it. And I'm putting an end to this episode of the Pro Crastinators podcast.
Oh god, that was the finale.
That's the finale. That's the note we're going out on. If you would like to waste our time and ruin an episode of the Procrastinators podcast, you can do it at speakpipe.com/PCP voicemail. Subscribe to our Patreon at patreon.com/
The Procrastinators.
The Procrastinators for bonus episodes, baby. And what else?
What do we come up
check
with?
Check out the Minecraft stream we'll be doing.
Episode of bonus episode, the fucking something versus something.
Oh, it was Lord of the Rings versus Flight of the Conchords.
Yeah, look forward to that one.
Look forward to that. Yeah, we'll do it. Should we have Oblivion Fall on for that?
I guess we could if he's free.
Maybe if he wants to. I would invite him. And then fucking buy our shirts. We got shirts in the description. Check every link in the description. Go down through the description. Make sure you've clicked every link.
If you haven't clicked every link, you can't have any pudding.
Just to make sure you didn't miss anything, there's a lot of important stuff down there for you.
How can you have any pudding if you don't click every link?
Don't miss it. Don't miss it. You're missing out. Okay. On that note, that's gonna do it. It's the end of the podcast. Thanks for listening. Good night.
Good night.